Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 245. Brian. He's here.
The Hitcher?
No.
Hitchhiker, I guess.
Even more mystic.
Yeah, I heard about this.
He's here in Michigan.
Yes.
We're no longer hunting him.
Yeah.
He's coming to us.
No, we've long worried about that. That's been one of our many issues we've been worried about because we've talked about him so much. We've been on this trail for so long.
So
he's taking the hunt to us now.
So Bigfoot, who we know we have many definitive proof that he exists.
Yes.
Evidence is overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
But he's in Michigan. And
working his way towards us.
He's in Monroe. He's in the swamps down there.
Yep.
And I have the report right here. So, Bigfoot, you can see right there if I can get rid of this bar here.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get rid of this. Let me get back here. There. Bigfoot in Monroe County.
Yes.
In my notice it says credible source.
It is credible, yes.
So he's there.
Oh, yeah.
They say it's a credible source. Bigfoot's there.
I believe in the article it tells you exactly some of the different credentials that make this a credible one. It says right there, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, or the BFRO. That's one of the world's foremost Bigfoot research organizations.
I mean, you can't deny that he's here making his way north.
Oh, yeah. Is that Joseph?
Yes.
Kid, go to bed. Don't you have school tomorrow? Or are you on summer holiday? They call it holiday in Britain.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's Memorial Day weekend here.
Yeah.
I know that there it don't matter.
I know it's Monday for you. It's still Sunday for us, but we don't have work tomorrow because of the holiday.
But anyways, Joseph, Bigfoot has made his way. He's 1 hour south. I think he's right here.
Well, this is a couple of days ago. He's definitely, based on, his extended gait and the way he moves, and interdimensional transport, obviously, too.
Now, this is from my city.
Yeah.
Right here in Roseville.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's not a video, but it is audio. Guy was taking out garbage in one of these weed shops here, and this is audio that he caught while he was outside just with his phone.
I have not heard this yet, so this is.
So I hope you guys are ready. Here it is, clear as day. Bigfoot here in Roseville.
I don't want to dispute it. That definitely sounds like Bigfoot.
Yes.
Also, just saying, that could be a crackhead. It absolutely does.
I don't know. It sounds like Bigfoot to me.
It sounds more like Bigfoot than a crackhead, but maybe like somebody on bath salts or something. It could be something.
No, I think that is squash.
Let me hear it again.
Here,
let me hear it again.
Now, you'll notice crackheads will make that noise if you don't give them money.
Yep.
But this is a lot larger of an animal, in my estimation, than a crackhead.
I need to analyze this.
Crackheads
further.
can be pretty large, but not like this. Sound like a Bigfoot to me.
Upon further analysis by me, I believe that is Bigfoot. I didn't at first, but now that I've had time to explore it, hear my ears closer. Yeah, I think it's Bigfoot.
I like the credible report. It's from a Bigfoot organization.
Yeah, it's not like it's from like a ranger. It's not like a
park ranger down there.
Yeah, it's not the DNR or something. It's the BFRO.
The BFRO.
I mean, they are one of the foremost experts in the field of Bigfoot research. So
I mean, it says credible.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how. Let me just take another look at this report.
Yeah.
We didn't really go through the whole thing.
No, we didn't read all of it.
Okay.
And my eyes are pretty bad. I can't read most of that.
Yeah. I'll make it the whole screen so you can. Okay.
It totally helped. I can actually.
The BFR report.
Yeah, a BF.
A 47-year-old man and his 12-year-old son, which preteens never lie.
Never.
Then Sunday they heard it on the La Plaisance Road.
Yeah, so it's near the border.
Near the border, and it's in that marsh. You know those marshlands down there?
I think he's just going to hang out Luna Pier, but that's just me.
I don't know if Bigfoot needs Viagra.
What's it say? What's that say right there about the Monroe County inmate dormitory facility?
Oh, prisons?
Yeah.
They're talking about a fucking prison, huh?
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't lie. Holy shit. I'm sorry. That's at Luna Pier. I'm reading something else.
Let's go up a little further.
100 yards into the marsh, the dog scared up something that was bedded there. Wow.
Now this has got to be the only marsh Bigfoot I've ever heard of. Because usually they're in like high country.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, that whole area down there, especially near the border, there's not a whole lot of, there's woods, but a lot of it's marshy type stuff because you're still working your way from the flood basin of the Maumee River and Lake Erie here.
Yeah, and it kind of leads over to the Detroit River.
Yeah, exactly. So there's lots of marshy area, and as you work your way north, you get more of the wooded areas and stuff. So he's got to make his way through that to get to us.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have audio.
Yeah.
I fully expect.
Let's see if we can translate. Can you play the audio one more time?
Yeah, sure. Clear as day, Bigfoot. Sorry. Clear as day.
So, man, I wish we've talked to a bunch of people before about this. There's people that could probably decipher what the different screams and different guttural sounds that the Bigfoot makes translate to. We are not experts. We're just enthusiasts, if you will.
Yeah.
So
I'm not an expert in the field like this guy and his 12-year-old son.
Yeah. I saw that. The kid's 12. Yeah,
I like how it says here. It went.
And he wouldn't be, there's no way his dad could influence his opinion at all.
No.
This is 12-year-olds think for themselves all the time.
He says the investigator said the encounter would last less than 10 seconds, so there's no chance to get a picture. Of course.
Well, yeah, he's fast. Well, because, like we said before, that long gait of his, he moves swiftly. Doesn't look like he is, but his legs are so long, he moves really fast.
Yeah, we're 7 foot tall.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Jason Voorhees thing, where he's really big, but he no matter what, you can never outrun him. Even though he looks like he's walking slow, Bigfoot same way. But also because, as we know, the Bigfoot with the interdimensional transportation and stuff he does. So he could have been there 1 second and gone the next.
Well, Andy's a shapeshifter. He could be here. True. He could be on my street in human form.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't always himself.
Yes.
That's
true. That is very true.
And I know that I use the pronouns him. I'm assuming it's a male. A female would probably not go to a marshlands and coming to hang out with me.
No.
It would definitely be a dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree.
A female Bigfoot would not want to come hang out with me.
No.
I have no reason to believe that.
There's no reason for it to do that at all.
But again, here we have it again. Clear as day proof. We don't need a picture. I don't need a picture.
No.
I already know. Credible. Amanda's crazy life. Hey, what's going on, Amanda? So it's a credible proof. Can't be denied.
Yeah. We don't need pictures.
We don't need pictures.
We heard the audio. I've painted a picture in my head already.
Right here. Clear as day.
Where else is he going to get audio like that from except from a Bigfoot?
Get Amanda's Crazy Life channel.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I could have called this Mike's Boring Life channel.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's nothing cool what I do, but
I think if here's just me, this is pure conjecture on my point. I think he was making his way towards it. He's probably here, like you said, but the sounds of the fucking war zone out there probably deterred him.
Yeah.
Because it's apparently, from what I can determine, based on the sounds I hear from outside, the Civil War has begun.
Yeah, I can hear
They
it.
have fired upon Fort Sumter. Here we go. It's happening. So, or it's Memorial Day and the fireworks ban has been lifted for the year.
No picture already saw him. So you have the definitive proof.
Whoa! Did you see him?
Where did you see him, Amanda? Tell me.
Yeah, we need to know that. That's.
I gotta see.
You can check out
check out
Amanda's Crazy Life channel.
Yeah, we'll see if this is a Bigfootologist person.
Oh, I hear my voice. It sounds smooth.
Can you hear me on your phone? I'm not able to. God damn it.
No.
I'm not able to Let's just assume she's a Bigfootologist.
Oh yeah,
Credible.
obviously. I mean,
where'd you see him at, Amanda? That's all I want to know.
So you said the audio you got while she's responding to us. Obviously, she's responding. The audio is from a local dispensary, right?
Yes.
Right down the street. Since we have
less than a mile from here.
4 or 5 of them now in our city, so it's got to be one of those. You did in Wolf Creek, Oregon, when you were 9. Oregon is a hot spot. We all know that because we talked about going out there for our anabolic Bigfoot hunt.
Yeah, we were going to go there, Northern California.
Southern Oregon.
And make our way up there. But he came to us.
Yeah, we didn't have to.
We didn't have to go out
Our
there.
procrastination paid off. Simple as that.
So Bigfoot is there's marshlands just south of here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we saw your response.
We saw your response. We saw it.
We're really sorry about that.
I'm getting hand gestures. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. So you saw Bigfoot, huh?
What did they look like?
Yeah, how big was he? Give me some dimensions. Give me a rough draft. 7 foot. 7 foot.
Oh, I'm sure taller than that.
Yeah, I'm sure taller. Wall. Nice Bigfoot walker. So anyways, I guess along the lines of kind of nature stuff, we do have a dethroned. The Honorable Phil Robertson has died.
Phil Robertson.
From the Duck Dynasty. He's never hunted Bigfoot, but he's hunted many other creatures. So this is for Phil Robinson. Better than Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah. Well, Phil Robertson, obviously from the Duck Dynasty.
The Duck Dynasty. The Duck Call, Duck Commander.
Duck Commander, hell of a sportsman, and not just the hunting and the duck calls, but also a great quarterback at Louisiana State University, LSU. He actually did beat out Terry Bradshaw. He was the quarterback, but he was too obsessed with hunting and stuff. He didn't focus on the football. If he would have focused on the football, you would never heard Terry Bradshaw.
No, he would have stayed in.
Yeah, that's a fact. Terry Bradshaw said that himself. Phil Robertson was a better quarterback than him. He was the starter. So
yeah, so by him wanting to hunt, it opened up the.
Yep.
There you go.
Exactly. This is just breaking news. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Phil Robertson died just in the last little while. Yeah, breaking news. You heard it here third.
You heard it here third. Yes. It's always sad when we lose somebody. So the Bigfoot thing, I had going all night.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if Phil ever saw Bigfoot in on as many hunts.
On Utah? Might have.
You never know.
So
Phil Robertson.
Oh, Phil.
Not Utah Phil, but yeah, probably Phil too. The Wasatch Mountains.
He looked like Harry from the Harry and Henderson. Okay.
He was 7 foot tall. Yeah.
7 foot.
Went up by the Bedard. He was kind of turned to the side, but saw his face very clearly.
Wow.
He looked in the fifth wheel window at her.
So, Amanda, do you think he's a biological creature, or do you think he's a shape-shifting paranormal? Because he seems to be the fulcrum point of all of it.
Yeah.
See, I've had demon attacks and cryptids.
Yep.
Actually, live here on stream.
We've seen. Yeah.
I've had cryptids in my security camera. I've had demon attacks that spin my beer.
You have. That's true.
I've seen aliens. Yeah. I don't want to get into it.
No,
but I've never seen Bigfoot. It's my last one.
Yeah.
That's how I complete the Grand Slam.
We don't want to get into the aliens again because last time you did it caused a whole uproar and stuff, and you don't want when you get government agencies involved and stuff. That's just like it's too much.
Yeah, I don't want to go through.
You don't want all that. You want to stay off the grid a little bit by you being on YouTube, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You don't want to make too much attention to yourself.
But I did have. He would be the Holy Grail.
You think he's both? Okay, that makes sense to me.
I see that's what I've heard. Some people think it's a biological creature, but no one ever finds remains.
Yep.
No one ever captures him.
There's never been there's no Bigfoot.
Do you think he's a shapeshifter, Amanda? That's the thing. Or I know that he's supernatural, part biological, but do you think he can shift shape? Because that's really where it gets interesting. So I don't know. I just, like I said, right here, there's an organization that found him here.
Yep.
And they saw him as a 10-second encounter. He's in marshlands, which I've never heard of Bigfoot being in marshlands, so it's unique.
Well, yeah, I think it's just traveling through. He's got to travel through probably some terrain he's not used to get to where he's going. Realistically, how's he going to get to northern Michigan if he's going to go through southeastern Michigan? There's just no way.
She says, I think he can be he's flesh and bone, but he can be interdimensional. Oh,
okay. Fair. That makes sense. Makes sense.
I agree.
I think we're just a stop along his revenge trail, though. Like he's coming after us, obviously first, and working his way up north. And there's always been sightings up there of people trying to find him and stuff. So he's probably just on a revenge tour. He's starting here, worked his way back from the Pacific Northwest. He just does a big, huge loop through Canada, then down through Washington, Oregon. We'll pop back across the country all the way to Michigan, and it just does an endless loop.
Think he can cloak? All right.
You think he can cloak? Okay. I've actually never heard anybody say that they think he can cloak, but that's a very, very interesting theory, at least in my opinion. So,
it's not too. It makes sense because they can never find him.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They've been talking about Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever for thousands of years now, in all kinds of lore. But you've never seen like a skull, like when it died or anything. You've never found remains of the body ever. So there's something going on there. And
I'm looking at Amanda's channel. She got some cool stuff on there.
Yeah. Uncle John's here. He is Bigfoot.
He is Bigfoot.
Amanda said, I definitely don't think people can find him. He will find you. See,
that's why I thought that was.
We said that. The revenge tour.
Here. He's here.
He's here. We've been talking about for years. We talked about the hunt, and due to different things, things happen in life. We haven't been able to go on the hunt yet, but maybe we don't do. We will never be able to go on a hunt now because we're the hunted.
Yeah, he's here for me.
Yeah,
I'm not looking for him anymore.
Yeah, and by association, me. He was after you, but I'm part of it now.
I mean us.
Well, yeah, but I think it started with you. You started this whole thing. It's all your fault. But
actually, Aaron started it.
They probably buried their dead. Okay, maybe, but you don't think some kind of excavation or somebody just accidentally stumbled upon like a Bigfoot graveyard? Maybe. That's why I'm not sure if they're burying their dead. Maybe they just, not evaporate, but they're just they
maybe they have like a lot of cartilage like sharks, but not actual bone.
You think?
Because that's why
that'd be a whole lot of cartilage though. I don't know.
The only thing that's left about sharks is like teeth.
You are right down the street, Uncle John. That's true. But it's very interesting, the Bigfoot talk, because we've been waiting for this. Now we are totally unprepared.
Yeah,
he's coming for us. And we are not ready for the revenge.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for it. But
and we were going to call Phil Robertson and stuff and ask him some opinions, and now we can't. So because he's dead too.
Example of that show, Not Finding Bigfoot, is what it should be called. Yeah. Phil,
Wasatch Mountains. Is there Bigfoot?
Phil, have you seen Bigfoot on your tribe? And Phil is also a hunter.
Yes.
He lives out in the state of Utah. Phil, have you ever seen him?
You ever seen the Bigfoot? You ever seen any mammoths either?
I don't know. We bury the biggest in our Michigan gardens.
I get it, but
yes.
Maybe they die in a different dimension. That's what I'm saying. Because they go to the different dimensions. Maybe that dimension, that's where they die. But that's why us humans have never seen their remains.
That could be.
It all makes. You know?
Well, the thing is, it seems crazy, but you ever hear of DB Cooper?
Yeah. He disappeared.
He's a man.
He is, man.
He's flesh and bone.
Yep.
He jumped out of an airplane, disappeared into the Oregon. They couldn't find him. So how are you
That's
going to
true.
find a Bigfoot that can cloak, and can shapeshift, and is interdimensional?
Well, follow me here for a second. DB Cooper committed his crime and then did the jump from the plane. Where at? Pacific Northwest. Where's Bigfoot known to be most of the time? Pacific Northwest.
That's his hometown.
DB Cooper, as he was falling from the sky, went through an interdimensional portal that Bigfoot had just opened. It's just pure coincidence, but he happened to be caught. DB Cooper is in the Bigfoot dimension.
And a lot of people who describe Cooper mistakenly described him as a Mexican. He's Native American.
That's
is what
true.
it was.
Yep.
So he had the high cheekbones and all that, but they thought it was a Latino.
Yep.
No, it was a Native American.
Yep.
And Native Americans are known to be friendly with Bigfoot. They can't even tell us.
Mount Shasta. I told you Mount Shasta. I told you that before. I've talked about it before. Mount Shasta.
See,
Amanda lives in Cali by Mount Shasta, and there's a lot of weird shit on this volcanic mountain. Yeah. There's ancient races living inside the mountain. I've heard it. I've seen documentaries about it.
maybe DB Cooper. It's DB, not DV. Even though we're not necessarily correct about everything we're saying ourselves.
Yeah.
So don't pick apart what we're saying either. But it's DB Cooper. We don't want no pick aparts around here.
Or DVDA Cooper.
DVD. Yeah.
Phil has tangled with Bigfoot, possibly. He may or may not have tangled with one. I believe it. Or did you tangle? You're talking about a mammoth. Did you tangle with a mammoth or Bigfoot? Utah's got mammoths now.
Phil's quite horny. Did you ever get intimate with a female Bigfoot, Phil? I know you're down for whatever. You're that kind of fella. I know.
Phil don't care.
Phil will bang Bigfoot.
The reptilians are in Mount Shasta. See? I told you.
Confirmed. Okay.
I've said it before.
See, we're flatlanders. We live far east of the Mississippi. We don't know about all this stuff.
The only Shasta we know about is that horrible drink.
Yeah, it's a southern drink that's kind of got like vanilla in it.
I don't know. I don't know how to drink it, but it's horrible. Anyway, I mean, here's what I need you to do. Play that audio one more time.
Okay,
listen to this, Phil. Listen.
So this is at a weed dispensary, not far from here, but about 1 mile. You tell me what you think that is.
Phil, since you've tangled with Bigfoot, and Amanda, you've been near Mount Shasta, and you've seen one from the window of your fifth wheel, is that the sounds of a Bigfoot? We need to know.
You have an Rh negative blood. Isn't that where you can like have kids with deformities or whatever? You know, they had the Rh factor.
That could be, yeah. That's outside my realm of expertise, if you will.
I heard about something about like Rh factor. Like if your blood is one type and your wife is the other, the kid could like have like missing toes or something. I don't know.
Amanda's witnessed it. She said that is definitely Sasquatch sounds.
Yeah,
it's either a Bigfoot or someone dropping a growler after Taco Bell. That could be that because there's many craft breweries around here, so he could have dropped a growler and was upset about it.
That was me. I stubbed my toe.
And it could be John stubbing his toe because he lives right down the street from that place.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We got people on multiple platforms.
They can't see each other.
They can't see each other. So let's just do the overlay.
Okay.
There you go. Now you guys can see each other.
Boom.
Now you can, because we're internationally known, but also known to rock a microphone.
Yes.
Actually, what happens is our friends tend to be on Facebook. People that know us, we don't.
There's Facebooks. There's YouTubes. Well, that's it tonight. That's all we got.
No, we're on Kick.
We're on Kick, but none of these people are. There's just Facebook and YouTube.
That's that
is crazy.
So I've never
crazy life. Get it?
I just when I heard Bigfoot was here. So we had planned this trip we were going to go on.
Yeah.
But illness and certain things that affected our family.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to do the trip. So for him to come here to us, it's quite amazing.
So Amanda, you're saying your blood type is the rarest, and you're supposed to have a lot of weird experience paranormal wise. Okay. Okay. I honestly, I don't know anything about the RH factor in anybody's blood. I have to research that myself. I believe you. I don't know much about it.
See, I have several near-death experiences every night.
Yep.
Because I have sleep apnea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I die over and over again throughout the night.
Yeah.
So I like leave my body, go back in, leave, in.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realize I got to plug the machine in. Then
that's usually key to CPAP.
Keep me alive.
If you want a CPAP to work, it has to be plugged into a power source.
Yeah, sometimes I forget
it has
that.
To have water in it.
Fat, indeed.
Phil used to watch when we were on RedTube.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah.
Not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, we needed the money, Phil. We were young.
Yes.
It's just different time. I was a lot better looking back then.
Yeah.
Thinner.
It's not incest if you don't touch. Just so you know.
It's not incest. Now, if we do a spit roast, he's on one side.
Yeah, we're not touching.
Yeah.
I do. You guys should look into it. I will look into it now. Honestly. I've only ever heard very little about it. I know nothing about it. I'm going to look into RH.
The only thing you got to look out for, Amanda, if you get in any kind of car wreck and they find out you got that blood, they're going to be yanking parts out of you.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, man. Well, then, if there's some world leader that has that rare type, you're going in Prince Henry's body.
I've died twice also because of my blood type and transfusion issue. See? We've all been there. Slit Spike Mike and Downey Brian.
That's volume 6. It's volume 8. Volume 8.
There's 8.
There's 8 volumes.
Volume 8.
We went up to that. Then Brian lost his job over it.
I did.
It's 9 to 5.
My 9 to 5.
So then we had to do podcasting. Hopes no one would find out about our past, But it happened.
Slit Spike Mike.
I never knew Slit Spike Mike.
Wait, why is it Downey Brian?
I don't know.
Is he trying to say I have Down syndrome?
I missed the last 2.
You missed the last 2, yeah.
But good for you.
Yeah.
That's when the internet happened and the VHS tapes didn't make much money anymore.
We put all of our hedged our bets with Betamax and it didn't take off. So
we're always the bridesmaid.
Yep.
Never the bride.
And then we're like, Blu-ray, no, we're do HD video. Well, we were wrong there too. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Laserdisc is where it's at. Nope, it wasn't.
Yeah. Pony Express. We're gonna get into that.
We're like, DVD sent to your house. And everybody's like, no, streaming. We're like, no, DVD sent to your house. We were wrong again.
They call her monthly for blood donations. I do not have it twice. You got to get your own supply. Yeah, I hope that sucks if you get mangled because you got to find someone with your type.
Yeah.
I'm the type that can donate to anybody. There's one that can donate to anybody or receive from anybody. I'm like the neutral, whatever that is.
Don't know.
So I got to look out too.
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't going to take my parts because they're just chicken grease.
Yeah, that's
fat
in
there. And they're not
just like a clogged up California freeway.
Yeah, I'm not really helping
anybody. Moving through.
Yeah, like the only time that blood gets to my limbs is when I move. I gotta walk.
Is that why my fingertips are always tingly?
Yeah. If you ignore it, it goes away.
Is that why I injure myself most of the time whilst sleeping?
Yeah. I like when I go to sit up. My back just locks up.
My shoulder has been killing me for like 3. No, it's probably longer than that, but it's at least 3 weeks, probably 4, 6 weeks, something like that. And it was literally just from waking up. Also, I'm like, oh god, it's like burning and everything. It hurts.
I think my dad. I showed him my foot, my edema foot. You got to go in. He's like, you're going in. Like, nah, it'll go away. Don't worry about it, Dad.
Yeah. Like right now, it's not hurting, but it does hurt a little bit.
That's a clumsy dog.
No, I'm telling you, I just woke up. I sleep on my side, and I just woke up, and I was like, oh. It happens. I hurt myself more sleeping than anything at all.
Sleeping, like I'm kind of nervous when I go to sleep. I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm gonna face if I don't wake up the right way.
Amanda said that's why it's scary. Only 10% of the population has RH blood type. Neither one of my kids have it, and they don't know why.
Wow,
that's bizarre.
What if you're a shapeshifter? Are you a shapeshifter, Amanda?
What if you're a shapeshifter with amnesia and you don't know it?
Brian Resner.
I hurt myself today. Telling you, wake up after the leg cramps and everything, and my shoulder and stuff. Like I'm always getting hurt by sleeping.
Wake me up before you go.
Yep.
Stomach
Your stomach sleeper. Yeah.
Yeah, I lay on my back, which is the worst thing you can do when you're 300 pounds.
Phil's an expert, Amanda, our buddy Phil, who's listening, and he has experiences with this, and he says, confirmed, reptilians took your blood. That's got to be how they are aged. That's the only way to explain it.
So this is Amanda's song here, "The Hitchhiker," because she's a part reptilian. So she walks in the room, this starts playing, and then starts floating around.
Yep. It's like an episode of Stranger Things in real life, man.
By the way, this TV show is called The Hitchhiker in the 80s.
I said Hitcher earlier.
It's Hitchhiker.
Thing, I know.
Yeah, not Rutger Hauer.
I knew exactly. When I said it, I knew I was wrong.
Shit starts floating around Amanda.
Oh, look, it's floating around Mike's head.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, it's floating around. Sorry. We're not making fun of the situation.
Yeah, I hope that no one steals your blood.
Could be an alien. See?
Yeah, I don't want the Illuminati to come eat you or drain your blood out of you. On a rock because she's a reptilian.
Yeah.
That's what I hear all the time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Joseph. I did see that song and I forgot to share it with Mike.
Oh, there was a song?
Yeah, it was. He sent it to me in Snapchat and I don't think I saved anything, so I can't see it again.
Is it something highly offensive that would get me kicked off the internet?
It was no, not Joseph. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's like
he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's just not his style.
No, it was pretty good. I can't remember what it was. You should share it here now, so I don't have to worry about sharing it.
Yeah.
No, we're not. People make fun of things they don't understand, Amanda. It's not necessarily an insult. It's
our own ignorance.
They're uncomfortable with the situation, and that's what it was with some of that stuff. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying it's Phil making fun. I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah,
Phil is making fun of you.
I wouldn't laugh and have fun at anyone's expense. That's not what I do. So
let's hear a Bigfoot audio again. You just got out of it. Oh, there it is. I don't want to keep harping on it. I just need to hear it one more time.
Okay.
It's definitive, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, clear as day.
Yep. You're part alien, reptilian, and star people. Okay. That's
kind of.
I'm going to check out your channel.
Yeah, it's a lot more interesting than anything I'm doing.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure it is.
So
she could probably not even try and have way more subscribers than we have.
She looks pretty cute.
Oh,
I'm
really?
gonna lie. Oh yeah. Oh. So, but here's
I'm
some.
married, so I can't say if you're cute or not.
I think someone's calling in.
Really?
Hey, it's Satan here.
Oh my God! Again.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here for a second because I can't talk to Satan, so he's got to talk. I got to leave because he freaks me out.
He always tears you up too, man. You don't want to do that.
All right, Amanda. Here's the bottom line. You were supposed to serve me and the reptilia in our war against Jehovah. You got away. I need you to come back to hell with me with your weird RH blood that I created, and we need you to go ahead and fight Jehovah for us, if you wouldn't mind, because everybody that works for me is taking drugs. And,
Satan, you scared Mike away again.
Well, he's a fucking pussy, just little pin dick. He don't need to be.
That may be true, but you didn't have to scare him away.
Yeah.
He's already worried because his cat was out, the fireworks and everything, and he's worried about the cat, and now he's worried about Bigfoot coming after us, and then you show up and scare him even more. Are you going to fight Bigfoot for us? Is that what you're going to do?
So, first of all, Bigfoot does not work for me.
No.
He's never worked for me. Amanda and her family have in the past. So we gotta get her back into work mode and take down Jehovah and his disciples. So, Amanda, you need to come back.
You ever say you never tangled the Bigfoot?
No.
You scared of him?
No, he's
an agent of the other guy.
He's neither. He doesn't work for me. He doesn't work for Jehovah. He's kind of a independent contractor.
Mercenary.
Yeah, he's mercenary.
Okay. Does that scare you?
He's pretty quick. He's fast.
Yep.
He's durable. He can shape shift.
Yep.
So that's where Amanda comes in.
Oh, see,
I need Amanda's speed, her recon that she can do.
the RH blood.
So, well, you don't need to believe in me to work for me, okay? You'll believe in me when I pay you enough. That's when you'll believe in me, when the check gets written. When the check's written, then you work for me. Just so I need you to come back.
All right,
All right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I just want to explain the situation.
Yep.
So that nobody.
Yeah. Next time, maybe call first so you don't scare Mike away. He can leave. He doesn't have to run out of the room.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, man.
Appreciate it.
See
Thanks,
you
Sam.
guys. Mike, you're a fat fucking pig. Fat. And you're gonna be joining me soon if you don't start eating better.
Satan, get back to the glory hole. Let's go. Mike, he's gone. He's gone. Come on.
Did he
come
get
on
out
back.
of here?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's about time.
I hate that guy.
He's a
hate
little
him.
creepy.
He's fucking dick.
Like pedophile uncle type.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what that guy's problem is, man.
Amanda, you're actually used as Bigfoot bait. Oh, I see you're joking with this. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
So, yeah, so every time Satan comes in here, I just get out of here. I don't even want to hear from him no more.
Amanda, you don't have any subscribers?
Yeah, it's like,
None?
yeah.
How are we supposed to use you to catapult ourselves into fame?
Yeah, we don't talk to people unless they do something for us.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good for us situation here, and right? If you don't have subscribers, I'm just kidding, of course.
Yeah, that's it.
We like your contribution so far.
Yeah,
Joseph, go to bed.
yeah, go to bed.
Joseph, it's like 4:00 in the morning there, man.
It's like 4 or 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean something. It's definitely and it's Monday. Like, come on, man. Monday for you, not for us, obviously. It is 10:42 in the Eastern time zone here. You're 40? Oh, I mean subscribers.
40 subscribers.
No, we're just playing around. We appreciate you coming on and talking with us.
We appreciate everybody except Phil. Appreciate it.
Joseph's Snapchatting me again.
We appreciate everybody but Phil and Satan coming in here to talk to us.
I personally, I love Phil, but he hates me. So,
well, he treats us like the guys that run the Ferris wheel at the county fair. He's not too friendly to us. He's always making fun of me. I
didn't even make fun of. I can't really make fun of his hockey team. I was going to since he was here, but you know what? His team made the playoffs. Mine didn't. So what am I supposed to do, man?
Let's get the overlay back.
You're 41.
Oh,
okay. You're younger than us then.
Yeah, you're a kid compared to us. Old man Mike over here.
Yep.
Brian.
Geriatric Brian.
We're not. But yeah. So anyway.
Fun. Bigfoot's real.
So I guess on the paranormal thing, we'll stay on it a little bit. And I don't know if it's paranormal, and I don't know if it's celestial. I don't know if it's whatever.
Yeah.
I think the poles have shifted.
Well, we've been talking about for a few years now how it's always windy here now.
It's always windy, but it's not just that.
But I mean, it would be part of it. The whole climate. Well, I don't want to say those words.
Well, you can.
The climate's changed because of the poles.
It used to be warm in May every year here.
Yeah.
And it was cold every Halloween. It was freezing cold.
Yeah.
From then on, for the Halloween, it was freezing.
Yeah. Now
I noticed that it was fucking like 38, like 2-3 days ago in the morning. 38 degrees in late May. Now, I realize I don't live in the Florida Keys. Michigan's a cold place. It can be. Mm. But it's not supposed to be 38 in the morning.
We did have some 80-degree days this month.
Yeah, earlier.
That's true.
But early May is always nicer than late May. That's weird.
That's true.
And it's freaking cold.
Yeah.
And then it stays warm sometimes into November. And November used to be cold when I was a kid. The poles shifted. Some call it climate change. I think it's pole shift. It's the HARP weather machine.
Amanda said something there. Age is nothing but a number. That is not a valid excuse. They'll still bust you.
Yeah, that's still
Just so you know. I don't know from experience.
Yeah.
But that isn't an excuse that the law will accept.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Well, I'm getting like I've said it before. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
So for me, MILF hunting is asking my buddy's younger sister out.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
So I'm fucking,
But yep, the weather's weird, man. How about this weather?
Yeah,
it's
you're
right.
We're doing the sign. The weather is that. You go there. Then you go outside and the wind's hitting you. I just sound like an old man. Everything I complain about. Then my back hurts because of the wind, and then it's cold.
Yeah. No, my back hurts because of sleep. I'm telling you, it's when I sleep.
Yeah.
I get hurt. Yeah, the weather. Our weather has definitely changed. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I just never seen it this cold this late in May ever.
Yes,
I've had there's been shitty Mays around.
Well, you know how all the old people, I don't know about your dad, but like my parents are old.
Mm-hmm.
Actually older than your dad.
Not much, but yes.
A couple of years,
Yeah.
And they still read that Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, I remember that sitting there.
And they still read it. And guess what? It's been right. It's completely right.
It usually is right.
This.
Did it really?
It really, it said it's going to be wet, and it's been rainy and kind of,
wet and cool.
Wet and cool.
And it's been wet and cool.
They said we're going to have a really wet summer.
Yeah.
We'll see if they're right.
It's wet when I walk by a sorority house. That's when it's wet.
Yep.
I haven't beat that joke to death.
Yeah. Walk by the retirement home and all the old ladies just
walk by. Yeah. No, it ain't dry when I walk
by the bingo hall.
Bingo hall.
Where all the old ladies are also.
So I guess this I never watched this channel, but it was a big deal.
Yeah.
The Outdoor Boys, he decided to retire. Never I didn't hear about him. I never heard of the guy. People love him, and now he just retired. Now that's the only time I heard about him.
I know. It was when he retires, like, who's this guy? And I had to look him up right then. I had no idea who he was.
That's funny how out of touch I am with everything. I'll find a YouTube channel that like oh, this is a new upstart. Who is this guy? 17 million subscribers. Like,
I'm the first.
Yeah, be like a guy in '87. This U2 band. You heard of him? It's like I'm just not in tune with anything cool.
Yeah, if it's trendy, usually I'm not either.
But this Outdoor Boys, he quit because he couldn't go anywhere with his family without being recognized. So it kind of defeated the purpose of minimalist being down home kind of guy.
Yep.
Which I don't know. That's kind of a problem I want to get to first, see how I feel about it.
Yeah. I would love to have that problem right now.
Yeah, everywhere I go, people recognize me and love me. I hate it.
They're all subscribing to my YouTube channel, making money off it. It sucks.
I'm tired of doing this. I want to go back to my office job where I hate, where everyone thinks I'm incompetent and I got dyslexia and I fucking don't spell shit right.
And certain people think I have Down syndrome.
Yeah. And the new girl thinks I'm weird.
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
And all that. I don't want that.
How do they do it? Subliminal messaging. Are you saying the Farmer's Almanac? Okay. Joseph says, brothers, it's nice and cooled for me here, and the sky is surprisingly blue out, even though it's only 3:48 a.m. The UK has been taken over by the paranormal.
Well, there you go. Well,
sounds like your weather is better than ours. Oh, it was nice today. It wasn't that warm, but it was nice today.
It was about 65.
Yeah.
ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying now.
I don't think I have ADHD. I'm not hyper enough.
No.
I just lay there. I lay there and I have all the good of ADHD, all the bad of it, but none of the good.
None of the good.
None of the, like, how they're really good at work output. And,
oh, yeah.
When you can if you can get an ADHD person, they can hone in on something.
Yeah.
And they don't give up till they get it.
That's true.
I don't have that part of it. I just have the not pay attention part.
Yeah.
And then I just lay there.
Yep. Except when you're sleeping and all of a sudden you think of random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you focus on it. Can't stop.
Oh, the YouTubers with millions. So, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yes. So they're using subliminal messaging and they have ADHD, and that's how the focus. They get millions of subs. Gotcha.
And they hit the algorithm.
Yeah. It's always the fucking algorithm, man. I have not been able to.
I don't know how to hit the algorithm at all.
No clue.
But anyway, the Outdoor Boys, I don't know anything about him other than he He kind of looks like the nerdy guy from Running Man.
Yeah.
Or the
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just watched Running Man a couple months ago.
He looks like that guy.
Yes.
And I guess he's pretty good at like outdoor stuff. I don't know.
The nerdy guy from Running Man's also in Back to the Future 3. He's the guy who makes the coffins.
Oh, yeah.
Same guy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I never even noticed that.
He was in quite a few things back in the day.
Yeah. I guess we got another death.
We did.
Yeah, George Wendt.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that are younger than us, you won't know, but he's from the show Cheers. Norm. This is for George. Let me get to the right grid. Rest in peace.
George Wendt's the same age as my dad, which means when he was on Cheers, when it started, he was 32, and he always looked he was pushing 50.
Yeah.
Just like John Ratzenberger who played Cliff.
Yeah.
That show was on. It's like they show him and he's 37 years old.
I know they'd look like us and they'd be 28.
Yeah.
It's like they're 28 years old. They're like balding and shit.
Yeah, it was horrible. But he's anyways, but George Wendt, good guy, good actor, fun guy. He was, probably most famous as Norm from Cheers. But he also did a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I love Cheers is a good show.
He was in Gung Ho. He played the asshole guy who didn't like the Japanese people. And then, him and a Japanese guy fought in the factory.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was in that too.
He didn't want them in there taking their
jabs.
Yeah, that was that he picked a fight with him at the supermarket. I remember that part.
He did. Yeah, he's really rude to the guy's wife in the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. George Wendt.
Yeah.
He's actually in a local movie. A guy I work with had a DVD of it, and I watched it. It was a movie made all here in the Metro Detroit area, mostly in Hamtramck. It was called Garage, a rock saga. It's about this band who just completely changed everything they did. Anytime a new trend came on, they basically started doing that trend. And they're famous for a while. Anyways, George Wendt's in that for about 14 seconds. They must have paid him a couple $1,000 and show up, and he's like, all right, and he filmed for like a day. So
where's that was that movie with Alec Baldwin where he
Outside Providence.
Yeah, he confessed to being gay, and they all like, get out of here.
They basically
they kicked him out of the room. He's like, I'm gay.
Yeah,
like, get up.
Then by the end of the movie, he's back. But they just kicked him out of their group completely for a while.
They banished him.
Yeah,
as you should. You can't have that. I'm just joking. You can't have that kind of perversion in your circle.
That was actually a really good movie, but I think what happened is made by the Farrelly brothers. Everybody's like, it's going to be like Dumb and Dumber and stuff. And it was more of a, just basically a coming of age comedy without the wackiness.
All right, Amanda, I will check out your channel. We will subscribe to you. Thank you for subscribing to us. And
you going on a night hike?
Don't cut any of your parts so I don't want you to lose that RH blood, that reptilian.
It looks like I'm holding up the Radio Underground logo thing there.
Yeah.
Night hike is dangerous, though. You live near Mount Shasta and you have that RH blood. Why would you do that?
She's going to hear this. You're going to hear it. It's going to find you. Don't go for that hike.
Then that hitchhiker music will kick in. You know something bad's about to happen.
Don't do it. Actually, you should do it. You got to be healthy.
Have a good night hike.
Have a good night hike. But remember,
I will subscribe to your channel now.
Remember to call Satan. Get your paycheck.
Satan.
That's
that's a new person we didn't expect at all.
Yeah,
it was great.
So
I wonder what brought her in, though.
Probably the Bigfoot.
Oh yeah.
Which we talked about Bigfoot for 20 minutes and moved on because we have ADHD. We don't stick to anything too long.
I think Bigfoot's might. Oh, okay. Yeah. She said she had 40. She has 49.
If we follow her, there'll be more.
Now you got 50.
All right, man.
Amanda's Crazy Life channel.
I'll forget. All right. Beware of snakes. That's her top video.
Well, obviously, snakes.
Well, she's got an 11,000 view video of her on a raft. I wonder why.
What do you mean?
A thin blonde chick on a raft. Of course.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
A hike with the family.
There, I subscribe. All right, Amanda. You have a good day, and you enjoy the hike with your family. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for playing along with our BS.
Hey, BS is all true.
Yeah, it's all true. We're being 100% genuine.
Yeah.
Everything we say.
Totally.
Bigfoot works for Satan.
think Phil abandoned us too, right? Phil's gone.
Probably.
He insulted us a couple times. He's gone.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
George went though. He died.
George Wentz
A
dead.
lot of people don't know this, but maybe a lot of people do know this. Dude from Saturday Night Live, Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, is George Wentz's nephew.
Is he really?
Like straight up, just like nephew. His mom is George Wentz's sister. Nephew.
Did not know that.
Yep. Sent you what the UK is looking like, bros.
Oh, okay. Right on.
All right, cool.
Right on, dude.
Where'd you send it to? Did he actually send it? I don't have anything from him.
I guess he sent it. I don't know.
Oh wait, he sent me a chat.
Snapchat.
Oh, he took he Snapchatted the video. Joseph, I see shadows of cars and a couple other things. I don't see much else going on in the UK.
I don't know.
Looks cool though. At least it's not here.
I'm getting tingling in my feet from sitting in this fucking chair.
That's the edema, man.
I know. I get inside you.
That fucking song.
It's such a bad song. But I guess kind of along the lines.
Oh yeah,
we've been talking about the definitive proof of things. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be paranormal. It could be someone that's being filmed against their will.
Yeah.
So this is we don't get political here often, and I'm not going to give a political opinion on this one. Just an analysis of her situation.
Okay.
Her name is Nancy Mace.
Uh-huh.
She's known to lean into trying to get a lot of attention to herself.
Okay.
That's AKA being a woman. So here she is talking about she was engaged to this guy who's, I forget his name, Patrick. He's another senator or something. Patrick Bryant. And she claims that he took lots of videos of her nude and voyeur stuff against her will.
Prove it. I want to see these videos.
So here we go. Here's Nancy Mace's. This, by the way, she did this on the hall, like on the floor. Put a supposed nude up of herself.
What?
So let's check it out.
Exhibit 1. Behind me is a screenshot from one of the videos I found of myself. The yellow circle, this naked silhouette.
You can clearly see.
Is my naked body.
It's definitive. It's
her.
her.
I didn't know that I had been filmed. I didn't give my consent. I didn't give my permission. And this
was it a skinwalker?
It's a shadow person.
He saved for over
Why are you transparent there, Nancy?
Without my knowledge. I didn't pick this fight. I don't even want to be here today and discuss this. But because he's still roaming around South Carolina free, filming whatever genital parts he wants because no one has held him accountable. He's not he's not had a
he's filming.
He's able to rape other women, film
this
them.
Couldn't possibly be. Film them. This couldn't possibly
Nancy,
be.
I'm not seeing much in that picture there.
Yeah, it's definitive proof, man. What are you talking about?
I know she said that. But
Okay,
I kind of got a feeling she doesn't know exactly what definitive proof means.
So, here's another picture of it. Maybe so it shows it more clear.
Okay.
Boom, right there.
Who was that person next to the board?
That woman's got a giant head.
Wow.
But anyway, there's her skin.
Her nose is like compacted, like a flat nose and everything. What is going on with her face? Anyways.
So
Nancy, it still proves nothing.
This is something that might describe her.
Crazy bitch, suck that dick, put it between your fat tits.
Yeah. I think Nancy might be a crazy bitch.
Crazy bitch, sucking that dick, put it between your big old tits.
Now, I'm not saying she did any of those things. I'm just saying she's crazy.
Right. I don't see anything in that picture.
Here's her, and I think
she's got a good body.
I think this is the problem with her. She's got a great body, but she's let herself go crazy because when they're almost hot, when they're not it's almost they're nice if they're ugly and they're nice if they're hot, but when they're almost hot, like this, and I get it. Yeah, I'm a slob. We ain't talking about me.
What state is she from again?
South Carolina.
Okay. Nancy Mace. I'm going to have to look her up.
So she's almost hot. So she's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
that silhouette could be anything, Joseph. You're right. Because when you look at it, she's like, here's the proof. And she's like, and he's got tens of thousands. And there's just one picture of her of something kind of squatted down. It looked like Gollum, really. I don't know what that was. So we can take a look at it again. I can't make what to me.
Yeah.
What those, there's a skin that's nude. Look with the legs.
Were you like running and it
I
just
don't
didn't pick you up right? I don't understand what's going on.
I've seen better pictures of Bigfoot.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen more clearer pictures of Bigfoot than I see anything there.
Nancy, I think you're nuts.
She is Bigfoot.
Yeah, maybe Nancy Mace is a shapeshifter.
That could be it. Patrick Bryant. I'm a little confused here about this lady. Anyways, she
is pretty built though. I will say.
Oh yeah, she got just based on that picture there. But yeah, she looks like her body might be okay.
It couldn't possibly be that they separated and she's bitter. It's not that.
Patrick Bryant, right?
Yeah, Patrick Bryant.
I don't know anything about him either.
She's mad at him. Says he's anyways, the whole point is she's trying to pass voyeurism laws. Which I don't know how you'd pass that when everybody films themselves all day with their phones.
I'm having a problem here because it's showing spouse. She was married once before. She was engaged to this other guy, but she was married for 15 years, according to this, from 2004 to 2019. The only problem is when I click on the spouse's name, it keeps on going to
this song.
Crazy bitch, suck that dick, put it between your fat tits.
Nancy's song.
Okay, there it is. I think that's it.
Yeah. Tell your mama.
It keeps because the guy's name is Curtis Jackson that she was married to. I click on it and it keeps on talking about 50 Cent.
Oh, I don't know.
She was not married to 50 Cent for 15 years, by the way.
I don't think she was married to Fitty.
No, she's married to some white dude named Curtis Jackson, who is not, in fact, 50 Cent. Just so you know. If you guys look her up.
Yeah.
Could be Voldemort. You're right. It could be Tom Marvolo Riddle. That's Voldemort's real name, just so you know.
I didn't know that.
Harry Potter. Anyways. Yeah, she's crazy. Because there's literally nothing in a picture. It actually looks like just a shadow being cast from outside. Because I don't see how do I know it's her?
Yeah.
What she needs to do is share some pictures of her body for everybody to see. We can compare it to the picture of the shadow in the picture.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it. It's the only fair thing to do.
You got to just take that picture.
Crazy bitch, suck that dick, put it between.
Play that song.
Just rocking out.
Tell your mom.
It's really good. It's probably the best version of that song I ever heard.
I know. So when he's just kind of freestyling.
About the tits and the dick and stuff, yeah.
Jason Todd.
Is that his name?
I believe so, yeah.
Jason Todd was Robin from Batman. It's the second.
Or is it something?
I don't know. It might be. I don't know his name.
I don't know. All right. So in the spirit of being accurate, which we never are,
I guess.
Let's say, is it Jason Todd? Okay. Singer. Okay, let's see here.
It's something Todd. You're right.
It is. I think it's him. Okay, this is not wrong.
It's not Jason Todd?
No, it's showing him, but I think Google is getting close like I am, but not really the thing. Let's see, Buck Cherry singer.
That's what I was just about to do.
Buck Cherry.
Josh Todd.
Josh Todd, that's it. Sorry.
Because Jason Todd was the second Robin, and he was murdered by the Joker.
I'm not up to speed on my Buck Cherry.
So, Joshua Todd. Buck Cherry still touring?
I've seen interviews with him. He actually seems like a pretty cool guy. I just don't care for his music.
Oh, no. It's not great.
Seems like a nice guy.
Seems like an okay guy. Yeah.
But he's so
bitch.
Already talked about being sober and all that. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Glad he's sober.
Good for him.
But not a fan of the Buck Cherry.
No, not my thing.
Not really my deal.
No.
Not really my deal.
So did you, speaking of singers, never mind, little segue there, that allegedly Freddie Mercury has a 48-year-old daughter that no one ever knew about?
I heard about that. Yeah, but I didn't see. Let's see.
Well, there's a book coming out, so this could be bullshit. But a new biography coming out about him, and it talks about his secret diaries.
Okay.
He reportedly had a daughter in 1976, back before he was gay, or before he was out. I guess it would be. He was probably already gay at that point. He probably caught it by then.
I think back then all the gay guys at least tried.
Oh yeah,
they tried to do the normal deal.
And I saw the movie. He was definitely married before.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know,
I think they try to give it the old college try. You know,
in the pages of Love, Freddie Mercury's Secret Life and Love, author Leslie Ann Jones claims the iconic Queen frontman was a dad to a daughter. Aww. She's identified only as B, and she, he had the daughter with the wife of a close friend in 1976 after a fling. So apparently, slept with his friend's wife. It's a very manly thing to do.
Yeah, that would be suck. Yeah, my gay friend fucked my wife. Can you imagine that? It's like
I watched him a cuck. No,
yeah. Oh god, no, in the corner. Again, the cuck chair.
It also provides a woman's personal account of the very close and loving father-daughter relationship she had with Mercury before his death at age 45 in 1991. It was only known by those in the singer's inner circle: his parents, his sister, his bandmates, and there was a lady who he was with for a long time, but afterwards he's like, yeah, I'm totally gay. And they just became best friends after that. She knew about it too. So,
yeah.
Anyways, that's interesting.
Yeah, I would have
that they kept it a secret for this long.
Yeah, what is it, like reverse psychology? I can't let the world know I was straight at one time. It's disgusting.
Well, maybe he just did it.
It's probably to protect the kid. Yeah,
probably to protect the kid, but how's a kid supposed to get your fortune?
Yeah, give her the how about getting the money?
Well, his ex-fiance / best friend lady is the one who's like the caretaker of all his estate and everything afterwards. So she must have known. Maybe she was, giving them money. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyways,
it doesn't sound like it's
the other thing is this about this daughter is it could be a lie to sell books.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Yeah.
You never know.
There's a lot of that going around. Well, I seen another celebrity one. I forgot her name. She's from Law and Order. Her dad was Mickey Hargitay.
Oh yeah, Mariska Hargitay.
Mariska Hargitay. Okay.
Jane Mansfield is the mom.
It turns out Hargitay is not her dad. Some other guy named Sardelli, who's an entertainer from that time period. Mom Mansfield and this guy had a fling.
Yeah.
But she said in the interview, Mariska Hargitay, she says, I don't care what my genetics are. She goes, Mickey Hargitay is my dad.
Yeah.
He's my father. He raised me.
Yep.
He's one of, she goes, but I found this out.
I believe it.
Mansfield had a fling when I guess Mickey and Jane Mansfield separated for like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. Sardelli cream pies.
Yep.
Then it's kind of like
no cleanup.
Just
let it
ruminate. Just let it marinate. Let it grow. And it grew into her.
Yep.
And that's why she's like, she said she always kind of knew it, but didn't know. 30 years later, she goes up to the Sardelli dude. He totally breaks down. He knew too.
Mm-hmm.
But back then they kind of just kept things on the DL. They didn't admit.
Yeah.
They didn't admit things like that.
That's the whole Steven Tyler, Liv Tyler thing. She didn't know it was his dad till she was like 12, because she always thought that Todd Rundgren or somebody was her dad, and then finally she just put 2 and 2 together. She's like, we look a lot alike.
Yeah.
And asked mom, and mom finally fessed up. So that was it. That happens, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. Same old thing. But yeah,
was her ma 14?
No,
I know that's what he was into.
Yeah, actually, I think mom was already in Playboy at that point when they hooked up.
She was an old maid. She was like 19.
I think she was like 21.
So
he was like 30 and she was like 21 or something.
Well, that's not. It's not as bad as what we've heard.
No, I've heard the stories.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Steven
lives within a couple years of us in age, something like that. Yeah. So mom was in her 20s, dad was in his 30s. It happens. Stuff happens. On the road, things happen.
So I'm sure a lot of those rock stars have got offspring everywhere.
Yeah, from what I understand, back to the Hargitay and Jane Mansfield thing, they had a tumultuous relationship. From what I hear, there was a lot of breaking up, and things like that. So nothing like that surprises me.
No, no.
Also, when they died, she was in the back seat of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that part. I read the whole article. I
That's
don't know.
Crazy.
When you're stuck at work and you can't go really where you want to go on the work computer.
Yeah.
So you watch mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
It's the only time I get any mainstream news. Like, oh man.
Yeah, it's interesting.
On my own time, I would never give two shits about Jane Mansfield.
No.
But I read the story.
Yeah.
Because I remember Mariska from the show.
Yep.
And she was like the hot chick with the kind of the big jaw.
She's hot. She's prominent jaw, yes.
Prominent jaw, but hot.
Yeah, she's good looking, yeah.
Yeah.
That show's still going on. It's like 27 years or some shit.
I remember, they have like, what, 7,000 episodes of it or something.
It's some insane amount, yeah. It's actually, the first Law and Order was on forever, and this is outpaced it by like 6 or 7 years at this point. It's insane how long it's been on the air.
Now, I know Steve from Blue's Clues quit because he played a murderer in one of those Law and Order episodes.
Yeah.
And people saw it and complained.
Well, I don't remember him. No, I don't think he's a murderer. I think what happened was he killed himself in that by beating his own head against the wall.
Okay, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
they're like, you can't do it. I was like, why your kid shouldn't be watching Law and Order?
Yeah. Exactly.
You can be Steve during the day and you can be slam your head against the wall guy at night.
TV 14. If you're a kid 14, no, don't watch it.
I remember something that kind of traumatized me. Saw Adam West in kind of one of those like 60s, not porn, but like, what do they call them? Like spag films or not I can't think.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like I wouldn't even call it soft porn, but just anyway, he got a blowjob. And it was Adam West.
That's gross.
Batman, and it bothered me. It's like watching a family member or something.
That is weird.
You don't want to see Batman get sucked off.
No. Hell no.
It's like with your family. You don't want to even know your family does that sort of stuff.
No. Not at all.
Your nieces and nephews just appear.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you look at it.
Yeah, exactly. There was no sex.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
No, there's no sex.
Not with family. It's gross.
Yeah. You don't want to think about them that way. They don't do anything.
And there are certain actors I'm like that with.
I get that.
I get that. Like, I do too much. I don't want to see any of that.
No.
I
get that.
Especially the ones that are bigger, like my size or bigger,
Yeah.
I don't want to see John Goodman pounded on a woman.
No.
Or nothing like that. Remember him and Roseanne. Oh.
He's too good for her. Yeah. I just thought
her laughing.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know what you mean, because I was watching a movie the other day, and it was a pretty classy movie. It's called Stewardess School. No. And it had
I think I saw that.
It had the dude from Happy Days in it. Not Potsy, the other dude, redhead, Ralph.
Yeah.
In it. And it was like a TNA like 80s, ass and tits comedy
like Hamburger or whatever.
Yeah.
Like one of those type movies, yeah.
I was like watching, I'm like, what the hell's Ralph doing in this thing? He's like the star of it. No, it wasn't the same way. Actually, I have a bone to pick with that movie.
Okay. Pick it apart.
I'm not going to pick the whole movie apart, but remember, there's a girl who's a little bit bigger, who's in a bunch of stuff in the 80s. She's like in Moving Violations. She was Marty McFly's sister in Back to the Future. Wendy Joe something. I don't know. She's in a bunch of stuff. If you looked her up, you'd be like, oh, yeah, her. She's in Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks and the other dude who's in Bosom Buddies. But anyways, like, they always have like the stereotypical characters in those movies. Like, this guy's a total horn dog.
Yeah.
This guy's a nerdy
shooter's out of control.
Shooter's out of control. And actually, Ralph from Happy Days was that dude. He was the horn dog in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Kind of threw me off a little bit. Wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. And then at our age, it was Stifler.
Yeah, exactly. But she's in it, and she plays just like fat chick, and she's not even that big. She's a little heavier and stuff, but it's like they do the thing, stewardesses, in case there's a water landing, you had to jump into the life raft, and like something happens, she falls into it, and they're like, whoa, and it explodes when she hits it, basically, and everybody gets thrown like 100 feet.
Yeah, what was considered fat at one time isn't even does.
Yeah, and it's she's a shorter girl in this. She's a little heavier, but she's not like, they make it seem like she's just this big, huge whale. The whole movie is just like her. What happens? She ends up falling and landing on top of some dude, and is like he's gonna die or something. She's on a diet the entire movie. Like
She has to be
he's like,
100.
You need to go on a diet.
You're
It's
at least
like, okay.
143 pounds.
I mean, she's probably bigger than that. But,
Yeah,
it's just not.
She's not morbidly obese or nothing.
A hole gets blown in the side of the plane as they're flying.
Okay, it's called stewardess. Let's see how fat she was in stewardess.
And like the air, you know what happens when a hole gets blown inside of a plane? It decompresses. Something's got to plug the hole. Well, it sucks her in, and she plugs the whole hole.
Okay.
I don't even know what that picture's about right there.
Joe Spur.
Yeah, she's dead.
Okay. Stewardess school.
And she lost some weight before she died and stuff. But she's probably not as big as she looks because she's so short. 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
But she was big. But anyways, it's the whole thing. Just like she's.
I want to see what in 1986 was considered comically fat.
Yeah, that's her right there.
Okay. That doesn't really give the girth.
That's her right there in the red shirt.
Okay, so this, and we're going to put it on the screen. This was considered comically fat in 1986. Think of how big some people are, how big like I am. But this is just whale-like. That's her right there in the red side.
And you can tell they just put baggy clothes on her too.
God almighty, what a whale.
But that was it. It was like half the movie was just like basically her. She's like dieting, plugging holes, blowing shit up, crushing people to death.
I remember this movie. So let me guess. The girl on the far right here is the one that was, oh, God, her, oh, man.
Well, actually, the guy who runs the stewardess school was really into her. But,
okay.
What
about the instructor?
The instructor one was screwing the guy who runs the stewardess school. They had some kinky.
And then you had the normal girl in the middle here.
Yeah, and right behind the humongous fat girl right there.
Yeah.
Remember the movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
The guy who was the quarterback of the team. He's back there. He plays the nerdy guy with the big thick glasses who's a great pilot, but because his eyes are so bad, he had like these special contacts made just for him, and they keep on getting knocked out of his head. He's a fantastic pilot, but he won't pass the test because he has corrective lenses. They made him like the nerdy guy. There's always like a nerdy chick, and they take off the glasses, like, oh, she's good looking. They kind of did that with him. He took off the glasses, like, oh, he's good looking. It's like, whatever.
Oh my God!
Just look how huge he is.
Oh my God! The absolute obesity.
She literally plugged a hole in the side of a plane so they could land with her ass. She didn't do it on purpose; it just happened. Yeah, I mean,
look at this mammoth. Look at her.
If you ever watch Back to the Future, she plays Marty McFly's older sister, and she starts disappearing from the picture and stuff. She's not that big. I know. It's like. She's not like not like Ricky from Better Off Dead. He was huge.
Like, I'm not one of these fat acceptance people. I get it. I'm eating myself to death.
Yeah,
but that's not fat.
That's not
even. That's probably not even gonna die any older, younger kind of fat.
Yeah,
like maybe a year or two. She shaved off with that kind of. Not
well,
that
and
big.
she didn't even die from that. I think she had cancer.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I mean, it's like it wasn't even like she's not that.
Yeah, but that was what was considered comically. Just a slob.
And they did it like the water landing during the big huge raft, and they show her like, and they're like, she's so
God,
fat.
No!
And boom, the whole thing explodes when she lands in it from a height.
I remember the one. I can't remember the movie, but like Rob Lowe, a lot of the Brat Pack were in it. And Rob Lowe starts making out with the fat girl. It's their fat girl.
Yeah.
And she's putting she's like the suit that it's one of those things that like a girdle, but it was almost like a full body girdle she was wearing.
Yeah.
And I remember my uncle's like, if they're gonna have a movie about a fat girl, they need to cast an actual fat girl.
Yeah.
Because this girl was not fat.
80s, man. That's what they did.
Yeah. They couldn't even. I mean, I know that there wasn't as many fat people as there are now, but they did exist. I was alive then. I saw them.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the 80s. I had a beat it half shirt. I was ripped.
Shirt. Yeah.
I was 10.
But still,
I was lean.
That's the point. That's not the point.
I had a beat it half shirt. I had a mesh half shirt. So I had
I never had a mesh or a half shirt.
Yeah.
But whatever, man. That's fine.
I look great. My bowl haircut, my beat it half shirt. I looked fantastic back then.
Speaking of you.
Yeah.
What's this about a bachelor tax in Japan?
So
nice segue there.
Yeah.
Speaking of you.
So in an effort to completely ruin their society more.
Yeah.
They're having fertility problems in Japan.
I have heard that. Yes.
The dudes.
But they also have like, I don't know, what, 40 million people per city there. So why
Yeah.
would you want more people?
Exactly.
All right. But anyways.
I don't want to get into that part, but yeah, you're right. But so they're proposing a bachelor tax on these dudes so they'll cream pie the girls and make more Japanese kids. But only the guys get taxed.
Not the girls.
Not the girls. And in a free society,
yeah,
the girls do the picking for the most part.
Yeah.
We've seen the Tinder data. The like girls swipe left like 800 times before they pick a guy.
Yep.
Guys swipe right like every girl, but maybe 2.
Yeah.
So
guys are not picky.
Guys aren't as picky. There's only like a couple hot guys per city, so they get everything. So after that, then you got to match up.
Yeah.
But
here's hedging your bets. Just keep on swiping right.
So you're taxing the guys, but they're not being picked. So, and I know they have a big problem with self-selection over there.
Yep.
They have a forest where they all go and end it.
Yep. I know I saw the Paul brothers.
Yeah, Logan Paul went into that forest and there was a kid dangling and the idiot was what an idiot.
They did a moonsault from the top of the body.
yeah. Then he was like swinging with it on the rope. Yeah.
He's such a good wrestler. I'm not getting into that. No, he's such a good wrestler though.
He is. He's very athletic. Anyway, but yeah, so these guys aren't being so not only are they not being picked, you're gonna be taxed because no one wants to fuck you.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
So that forest is going to fill up.
So if that's the case, and the guy makes every possible keeps on trying to have a kid, but keeps on getting turned away, are there exemptions for that?
Yeah. Is it like when you're on unemployment?
Yeah.
You prove that you tried.
Yeah.
To get the extension.
Exactly.
Look, I turned in 7 applications this month, dude. No one picked me. Okay,
here's your 18 women.
So he's like, yeah. What do they got to film himself? You want to fuck me? You want to fuck me? Just go on the camera. Want a cream pie?
He's got body cam like a cop.
yeah. Cream pie? Anybody want a cream pie?
Government issued vest with body cam on it.
You right here. You and me. Yeah. No, okay. Then you take it back to your like mayor or whatever, your local government. Okay, here's my hard drive of me getting rejected 4,000 times.
They're like, man, you are one pathetic loser.
You're still getting taxed.
You're still getting taxed.
So hey, maybe tax the girls. They pick. The girls pick.
I got an idea. I have an idea. Don't tax anybody for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was talking about this with my sister. Why does population have to always grow? Isn't the whole thing that we're going to overpopulate?
Yeah, eventually you got to get to the point where it kind of drops a little bit, and then it comes back.
I mean, I'm not a eugenicist. I'm not one of these people that wants to wipe everybody off the earth.
I am.
But I know. But even me, who I'm not that, what's the point? So what? There's less people. There's more room on the freeway. What's your problem?
Think about this. If you're over, my parents are 75 and 73. If you're over 80, that's it. Go. See you later.
Yeah.
My parents would be fine with that. 80 years old, like, yeah, we've been good. That's fine. We'll go.
You're gonna huff that.
And I won't say any younger than that because people are living longer now.
Yeah.
I can't just say 65.
Well, I'm doing my part, so I'm out of here at 55.
There you go.
So where's my reimbursement, not a tax? I'm leaving.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not going to be a burden to anybody.
No one. I'm going to be a burden on my children. I promise you that. I will be a burden on my children.
Good.
I deserve that for all the work I put in.
Yeah. You deserve to be the burden that lasts. The thing where they're like taking care of you and wiping your ass instead of like the last year, they got to do it like 7 years.
Yeah. But again, I'm probably on maybe not quite the same track as you, but I'm only planning on 63. I'll probably, what'll happen is if it's still around.
Yeah.
I won't qualify for Social Security. It'll be like the day before I get Social Security, then I'll go.
I think
nobody gets anything.
I think that thing though, where grandma lived in the house at the end of her life, that's kind of going away.
Oh yeah.
Remember you go to a buddy's house and grandma would be there, Lord help me, I'm crazy. And grandma would be in the back room fucking losing her mind because she's like, but her body's healthy, but her brain's gone. So they're taking
kill me.
Yeah,
my brain's gone. Kill me.
Yeah, dude, do the fucking pillow,
please,
right on my face.
Slip something in my drink.
Now, if my brain's fine and I'm here,
and
I know I'm alive and I'm talking, then please keep me alive. But if I'm like Oh, I'm still talking about things from my childhood or something.
The RH in my blood and stuff.
Yeah, the RH. Yeah, Bigfoot. If I'm talking about Bigfoot to my not my grandkids, I don't have it, like my great nephews.
Yeah.
Just take me out.
Although if my brain's still here, but I'm like shitting my pants, shit myself all the time, I guess same thing. I don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
Although I do want you guys to have to clean me for the same amount of time I cleaned you when you were born and your babies.
Yeah. What's that? A good?
Let's say 2 years.
2 years.
That's
A 2-year shit.
I'll just say
clean.
2 years even. You guys clean my ass for 2 years.
I think that's fair.
Yep. Other than that,
That's the biggest. That would be my biggest hurdle. I thought about like what would be my biggest hurdle. So I'm not a parent. That would be my big thing.
is that
Is the shit. Same thing if I have to take care of a family member.
Yeah.
It's the shit. I can do it all. I can push you around. I can go without sleep. I can deal with the noise. I can deal with the Lord help me, I'm crazy chance. I can deal with all of it. I can't deal with the shit. If I can get past that hurdle, I could take care of a family.
And you have a
member.
niece and nephews, and you never change a diaper, right?
I've never touched a shitty ass other than my own.
I did not clean a diaper until my child was born, and it's not fun.
I imagine it's not.
It's not fun, especially the first couple. It's like that meconium stuff where it's like tar.
Do you get a little used to it?
You do. It still sucks, but
Yeah.
you get used to it.
I remember one time Frank was doing it to his kid. And he go, what? He started doing the gag, and he's like, ah!
Like I'm pretty good with the stomach. I don't really have a weak stomach unless it's for like if someone touches your eye or something. Don't touch my eye.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want anybody touching the eye. You know, like when they actually touch their eyeball with their finger and stuff. Oh God.
Maybe I
or a needle.
I can go see a therapist and they can get me over the shit.
I mean, at this point, realistically, what situation would you?
Well, maybe possibly my dad, maybe one of my uncles.
Yeah, that's true.
Possibly. There's a possibility. I'm just saying if there was 0 chance, I wouldn't be worried about it. But there is a better chance than 0. Not a big one.
Okay, yeah, you probably need like hypnotist to hypnotize you into.
It could happen. Is my point.
Yeah, a good idea.
It's like
get like the hypnotist from Office Space to just.
That's part of the reason I think that it's better to have kids young like you did because you're like stronger physically. You know, you can take it.
Yeah,
you're not like our age. Oh, you know.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot harder on the body.
I can't imagine having a kid whose ass I still have to wipe at my age.
Yeah.
45, 46
imagine
years old.
A screaming baby at your age?
Nope.
That'd be brutal.
Dude, I cannot do it. Cannot do it. Like, let me see. Baby's probably 3, 4, maybe almost 5 years ago. Something like that.
I clean up cat turds, but they're calcified within the litter.
Yeah, it's absorbed. It's got that coating of litter probably on it that kept.
And then you kind of bury it for a second before you take it to just.
Yeah.
You don't take it fresh because then it'll get you.
Danielle was babysitting for her cousin at one point. She had just gone back to work. Baby's probably 4 or 5. Probably a little bit older. I think she took a while to go back to work. Probably 6 or 7 months. And she had like a 2 or 3 year old at that point. So she was helping like a couple of days a week watching the babies. And I'd come home and it'd be like just that noise for the last hour and a half. Like, but the first hour and a half I was home. And it got to the point where I said to her, I'm like, look, you got to stop watching them kids. I cannot take it. And she's like, I fucking know I can't take it anymore either. I'm like, good. We're never having any more kids. She's like, yep. And that was it. I can't take it. When I hear babies crying and other noises like that, I cannot take it.
Well, you know, in psych warfare, they play babies crying over loudspeakers.
Yeah.
Because it breaks you down.
I know. Yeah, exactly. It breaks me down. It totally does.
Like
people are like, oh, it makes you long. No, it makes me fucking irritated. I cannot take it. I cannot stand baby crying sounds anymore.
I've heard it like soldiers and stuff in World War II.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of horrific things going on, but they always said the worst part is like after they pretty much destroy a village or whatever.
Yeah,
the babies crying.
Ugh.
They said that was always the worst part.
I'm sure.
So yeah, we're naturally not repulsed, but it gets a reaction. It's like tenses you up.
A maternal or a paternal instinct type situation where
it's not.
No one wants to think of a suffering baby.
Yeah, it gets to everyone.
Yeah,
so, yeah, you can't. So a crying baby is not good, especially when you're old like us.
I'm telling you, like if we go to like a family function or like a barbecue or whatever it might be, and somebody has a baby, it's like first thing I'm like, oh, God, this baby's here.
Yeah.
Secondly, is the noise when they start crying and stuff. I'm like, I literally cannot take it. I cannot take it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw a dude walking a dog. This is a nice segue from babies into dogs.
Yeah.
I was just driving down the road, and there's like an old lady walking her dog, her little tiny dog, and then she was walking with a guy who at first I thought was like her husband, and I started looking at the two. I'm like, that might be her son because it looks, or it's like a what they call a May December type situation where she's older and he's younger, but I don't think so. I think it was mom and son. And they're walking the dogs, and she's walking a little dog. It's bigger than a Chihuahua, but not much.
Okay, yeah.
And he's walking a slightly larger dog, but it was like, oh, it was a corgi. So he was walking a corgi. Corgis are small, but they look like, sometimes they look a little bit like a little mini collie type thing, but really small, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe
kind of a long body, a little
maybe
bit.
a 20-pound dog. This dog was not big. And he's walking the dog, and you could tell he's getting tangled up. And like, but every time this dog tried taking off, it was like it was pulling him. I'm like, how's that dog pulling this man?
Yeah.
He was bigger than me.
He's going, oh God.
This
He's
guy's
like
like
yanking him forward.
Yeah, it was so weak. And he kept on trying to stop. And I was just sitting at the light for like 30 seconds watching, just watch it for 30 seconds. I'm like, what is going, that guy was like 6'3", and he's probably every bit of 230 pounds. He's not a small man. And this thing was yanking him around. I'm like, is this the weakest person in the entire city?
Maybe he was hungover.
Maybe he didn't look like, because he was like walking with it and stuff. And he looked like he was all, like he liked the walking, but it's just like, man, he was weak. And then his mom, wife, I don't know what it was, walking the other dog was just like, fine. She's like, I can control this dog. How come we can't? So weak looking, man. It's like,
I used to hate that back when I would go for walks and run and stuff.
Yeah.
You see some chick, and I get it. You're a chick. You want to have a scary dog so no one fucks with you.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind is like, you're not going to be able to, if that dog wants me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Because there's no way no freaking 95-pound girl's holding that Cane Corso from coming at me or whatever, the head this big and stuff. And it's like, usually they're pretty good, but man, every now and then you get one. Because, especially when I would run, when you run, it triggers dogs bad.
If
I'm trying to get exercise.
Especially if you go, if you go visit Alan at his new location. Alan moved, just so you guys know. Yeah. Everybody knows Alan moved to a new location. There's always people walking dogs on that road.
Yeah, oh yeah,
always. And this one, this, I don't even know what kind of dog it was. It looked like
a hellhound.
It was like a hellhound. It was a big, huge, strong, beautiful looking dog. But it was like, this thing is probably 70 pounds, 75 pounds of pure muscle. And you're like 115 pounds. If that thing pulls hard enough or goes after something, you are dead, lady. You are going to get hurt. It's going to pull you down the road. And I just don't get that. If you're not, this dog was incredibly muscular. Like my part pit is a muscular dog. He's strong. This thing was like you could see definition, and it was just walking down the street. It wasn't like posturing up or anything. It was just walking gently. It was like kind of like, happy walking, and you could still see every single muscle in this thing.
Yep.
If it went after a squirrel, you were not stopping that thing, lady.
Yeah, you're going for a ride,
and you're like you're in like shorts and a sports bra. You're gonna get all kinds of road rash.
There's a giant muscle-bound pit bull that walks around my sister's, and it's a woman that walks him around. Similar situations, like there's no way she can control.
No.
Well, Kate's dog, she says, I opened the door and I wasn't looking.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, my dog shoots right straight because he's nuts. He's a little yiper.
Yep.
He's like a Aussie something mixed with some other little thing. He's like he looks like Gizmo.
Yeah.
And he sprints right at this pit bull, like goes after. And she said this pit bull was so well trained, he's doing this like when you go to bite, he like lifts his arms up because he knew that he was trying to like get his. He's like just kind of dodging him,
Watching you ankle biter.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, and just lays like, it's all right." And she's like, if that would have been even a moderately aggressive dog, she's like, my dog would have been just gone. But he was like just going like this, like trying to dodge his Because little dogs bite literally at the ankles and
Yeah.
the legs.
It's like nope. One of the neighbors behind us, like the corner of their lot touches the corner of mine, so not directly behind us. Just diagonal. Their dogs are out a whole lot. My dogs are out a lot during the day, but their dogs are like literally out all the time. And they got like two of the, what are the wiener dogs called?
Dachshunds.
Two of those, and then one's like a Chihuahua or something. They got like 3 or 4 different
The
dogs.
yipers.
They're all small. But like my dogs will just walk out, and my dogs are older now. Like my golden shepherd is 12. The pit's gonna be 10 in a few weeks. They've mellowed out a little bit, but still, they just walk outside and are like looking for squirrels, see if there's anything. They're like, just walking out there all gingerly.
Yeah.
And those things are like waiting. And as soon as they see them walk out, they run over to the corner and they start barking. So all 4 of them at the same time. They all sound the same, but there's 4 different
dogs
yelping going on. And finally, after a few minutes, my pit will be like, fuck this. And he goes over and starts yelling back at him.
Yeah.
This one sounds incredibly violent, because there's these little ones, and he's a louder barker. And they can't control the dog. Like if I go out there, I'm like, Brutus, no. And I'll point like away from the fence. You're like, all right. And he'll start walking away, but he'll do like the overhead, like, roar, as he's walking away, like just saying, bitch kind of thing. Yeah. But he'll stop. Their dogs never stop.
Those
my dogs are already be back in the house, and they're still barking at my dogs that are in the house.
Yeah, little dogs are nuts.
They're
like Kate's dog too. When he's over here, he'll sprint to the back fence.
Yeah.
And there's 2 pits, and I don't know what the big one is. He's big. And it sounds so brutal. Like when they get, and then you could just hear that piercing shrill yipe.
Yep.
Louder than them because of the frequency so high.
Like you will hear their dogs over my dog all the time.
Yeah. But then you hear this big violent, and like the fence is shaking.
Yep.
And then all through it all, you hear.
It's small dogs are mean. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
You just made me think about, you said giant dog, and I forgot about the other lady. Me and Elizabeth saw this same thing. Lady's probably about $120, and she's walking her dog down the street, and it's a full grown Saint Bernard. And Saint Bernards are pretty gentle dogs.
Yeah,
but something happened, and that dog went after something. It will pull you to the end of the world. I swear to God.
And I've heard of animal control guys talk about, said the scariest dog, and he goes, it's really rare, but the scariest thing you'll run into is if you have to deal with an aggressive Saint Bernard. They're usually not.
Yeah.
Just because they're so strong and they're made to drag people out of the Alps.
Yeah. So
their job is to drag people to save your life.
Yeah.
But you could be alive and it mad at you and you're getting dragged.
Yeah.
and he said, and you put they put the hoop on their neck and everything. He goes, it's impossible for one person to like control it. Like with the
and this one wasn't even like a huge one. It was like, it probably weighed the same as its owner. Like they're both probably about 110, 120 pounds, big dogs. Yeah. But that's not even.
No, they can get up to 200.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
They're huge.
With these huge dogs, it's like, I don't care how well trained they are, they're still dogs. Something can happen.
Yeah, I seen one. His head, his Saint Bernard's head, and he was real friendly.
Yeah.
But it was like big as this computer monitor.
It's the same size as woolly mammoth head. I swear to God.
It was like a bison.
Yeah.
Okay, I was petting a bison.
Yeah.
But it was a dog. He was friendly though.
Oh yeah.
They drool a lot, and they're all like moist.
Oh yeah, always slobbering.
Yeah.
I've seen Beethoven, I know.
You're like, and then you can like grab their jaw, like flap it up, like
yeah,
because they have so much flap.
It's crazy.
Not quite like a mastiff though, but close.
No, but still, beautiful dogs.
Yeah, they're gorgeous dog. They die at like 5 though from hip problems. It's like you don't really want, if you want to have a decent life with a dog.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I got a full bred AKC. Not a good idea.
No.
They have genetic problems and die. You want a mutt. Mutt will live like 15 years. They're like a mutt lives like a cat. They live for a long fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, my dogs are both mutts. They're both incredibly mixed. The boy more than the girl, but it's like 10 and 12. It's a pretty good run so far.
Yeah.
She's got hip problems and stuff, but
like my sister's golden. He literally dropped dead.
He was like 8.
He's like actually younger, like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
He was walking in the yard and fucking dropped dead like a person of a heart attack. Or we don't know. We didn't bring him in, but he literally fell the fuck over and died right in front of my nephew. Watched.
Yeah,
he just like killed.
Mm.
And he came in the house screaming, Reagan died. I'm like, what? He's like, he just fell over. I'm like, yeah, you got to be mistaken. And I got there was already flies around him. I was like, oh, well, it happened like, oh my God, you ain't lying.
It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was deader than a hammer by the time I got over there. But yeah, it was. You don't want a purebred dog, I'm telling you, unless you got like a certain job, got livestock or something.
Yeah,
maybe you want to Kangle or one of them fucking dogs from the steppes that fight bears.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do is when my dogs are gone, I'm not getting another dog.
I know, that's why I haven't bought new furniture. I haven't redone anything in this house.
Yeah.
These cats ruin everything. When my last cat is gone, I'm not replenishing them, and then I'm going to fix this fucking place finally.
Oh my God, my wife and my daughter are like that all the time. They're all like we have 2 dogs, but we only have 1 cat. I'm like, so? Like he needs a partner. I'm like, he's 14. He doesn't need a partner.
He did what for the last 3 years? He's going to be around.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, the cat has no health problems. I have no idea how long this cat's going to live.
Yeah, it's the same thing. My cats. I was like, I love them. I don't want them to die, but I'm like, man, you're awful goddamn healthy for your age.
Yeah,
come on, man, start slowing down a little bit.
And he
their fur's all perfect.
It is. Mine's like that. Honestly, I could have a 20-year cat. There's no joke. I think you could live to be 20.
Well, the Delilah, she's skinny and getting old finally, but she's about 17.
Yeah.
She'd probably make 20.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Dale's 13 or no, Dale's 14.
Yeah, but my cat Chief has gone that long with nobody.
Yeah,
why does he need somebody now?
Yeah. That'd be like being like 67. You know what you need, Grandpa? A roommate. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I need quiet. That's what I need.
Like that old rich dude that was a bachelor, and all of a sudden he's like, people are like, or Anna Nicole Smith shows up. He's like, I'm gonna get married to her. Why?
Does your dog and cat have the dynamic where the dog comes up to the cat and he just hits him?
No.
Does he hit the dog? He don't hit the dog.
Oh, he does hit the dog sometimes, yeah, but the pit is scared of the cat most of the time.
Okay.
He's a pussy. But unless when he's outside barking at the smaller dogs, then he's okay. But when it comes to that cat, no, that cat rules. He's scared of it. The Golden's like, whatever. She doesn't care about the cat.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, he's so scared of it. And then they'll end up most of the time sleeping next to each other at some point during the day.
Yeah.
So it's just bullshit. They're actually friends.
Yeah. Kate's dog, that little airport. One thing, he's like a mongoose. Yeah. He can dodge Dale's strikes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He'll like, he's like, like, wow, dude, he's like a fucking like a weasel.
That's crazy. Like Ricky Ticky Tavi and shit over there.
Yeah. My cat, I'll be 35. My cat is 20. Takes the piss.
That means dies in British. Takes the piss is death. No, I don't want another cat. And they're like, what about when the dogs go? I'm like, that'll be it. Why do I, my problem with the dogs is that even though I was never a dog person, I've now become attached to my dogs. So I'm like, if my dogs die, I don't want another dog because I'll become attached to it. I don't like emotions.
Yeah, I don't want to go through it again.
I don't want emotions.
I don't want to be and I don't want my furniture ruined anymore. Yeah. Animals ruin your furniture. They shred it.
Yeah. Oh no, that's true. Furniture.
Look at those chairs.
Furniture. A hairbrush.
Yeah, there's hair everywhere.
Shoes.
Now, both of my cats are phenomenal about bathroom. Dale goes outside, the other goes in the butt. They never pee anywhere but where they're supposed to.
I couldn't tell you last time my cat peed somewhere it wasn't supposed to.
But when they're gone, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done.
No.
I'm going to clean this out. The only thing I'm worried about, varmints. Because they will not come around if they smell dog or cats. It's just not a safe environment.
Yeah.
So when they're gone, then you're going to have to set up rat traps and shit.
What if you sprinkle their ashes in the backyard? Is it going to stop anything?
Well, they say that they've done studies on mice. They will have a heart attack from fear when they pump in smells of cats.
Really?
And they get so stressed because they smell it. And so they know. So maybe if I could just get a cat smell that I put through my vents.
That's a good idea. You got to find, they got to have, by that time, they'll have the technology for that though, right?
Yeah, cat vent.
Cat vent. That's great. That's a good idea.
Keep my
AI cat. It's just all, it's all artificial. Yeah. you see that guy in Norway? The guy who lives in the cabin?
No.
Like on the fjord?
No.
This guy's living on the fjord in Norway. And little tiny cabin. It's really nice, idyllic looking place. It's really cool looking. On the water, you see the fjord and everything out in the distance. But ships go through there, all the time.
Because it's super deep.
It's super deep. And it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and someone's pounding on his door, and he's like, I don't answer the door at that time of the morning. It's just too early.
Yeah.
And then his phone starts ringing off the hook. He's like, what the hell? Finally goes, then his neighbor's like, open the door. And he opens up the door, and there's a ship in his front yard.
Really?
Yeah. Like he opens up the door, and like literally, there's a ship.
He steered off course onto his yard.
Well, I come to find out that the helmsman of the ship fell asleep.
Ship.
Run aground. There it was.
How do you spell fjord?
No, go back. Run aground right there.
All right.
There it
Holy
is.
shit. Fucking right in his yard.
Literally right in his yard. It actually showed up in his yard. Guy fell asleep at the wheel is what happened.
How the fuck? Here, you guys can check it out. Here's this guy's. Imagine waking up.
You can
What
see
the fuck?
you can see the water in the background and stuff. It's a nice. If you found one with like the wide angle, you see all the. It's really a nice location. It's a beautiful location.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, but there's a fucking ship in his front yard.
It's slightly nicer than my house.
440-foot ship at his doorstep. It's literally at his doorstep. Like when I read the story originally before I saw a picture, I'm like, it's not actually his doorstep, is it?
Holy shit!
It is literally at his doorstep.
Thank God it didn't. Look how close it is to his house. That's like 10 feet.
Yeah.
If it would have went a little bit a different angle or to the right, it could have smashed it. Well, no, I would have got the house. The what do they call the furniture? The bow.
Yeah.
The bow of the ship is halfway through the house. It would have went halfway through.
Yeah, because look, that's like rocky stuff. It could have hit those rocks and just skidded up into the house easily.
Yeah. No, there's most likely the rocks would have stopped, but you never know.
That's true. That is that's just a crazy picture.
Wake up! What? Leave me alone.
It's too early to wake up. No, if someone's pounding on your door that time,
Bjorn, wake the fuck up! There's a ship in your yard.
No,
Bjorn.
his name's Johan.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I speak a little Nordic. That means John.
I believe it does. Yes.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh man, I just he says I was woken up by an annoying doorbell that just kept going on and on and on. That's probably worse than a bang like this must have been. It was a dull sound that came from the doorbell. He's all focused on the fucking doorbell.
He didn't hear the ship crash.
Yeah,
Figured it shook his whole house.
They said when he called him on the phone, he finally answered, and they said, "Why didn't you answer the door?" He's like, "Because the doorbell rang at a time of day when I don't like to open." Well, good for you, sir. But if someone's pounding my door, I'm probably gonna either A, answer to see what the fuck's wrong, and B, punch them in the face for pounding on my door that time of the morning for no reason.
I'd have been like, "All right, I'm gonna forgive you, but one of these containers better have an iPad on it."
One guy, one of the people who came to investigate it, said if the ship had hit the rocky cliff right next to it, to the right, as we saw, it would have lifted up and hit the house hard. It wasn't many meters off. The ship had been passing through the Trondheim Fjord, an inlet of the
Trondheim.
I'm trying to find it. The watch officer has been charged with negligent navigation after he told police he had fallen asleep while on duty.
Negligent navigation.
Yeah.
I don't think that's negligent navigation. That's just falling asleep. That's
just do your job.
Doing any navigating at all. He fell asleep at the fucking wheel.
That's crazy though.
Or the Exxon Valdez, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, the guy was drinking a little bit.
Yeah. Well, at least there was no oil everywhere. Pretty amazing though.
That's insane, man. That is insane. I was trying to find it because I thought I read somewhere that this wasn't the first time this guy had negligent navigation, but I can't find the article now.
Negligent navigation.
He'd done
it's like they're trying to make it sound polite.
Yeah,
he crashed a fucking boat.
Yeah,
almost killed a guy.
It's 440 feet long. Don't fall asleep.
Negligent.
Yeah, it's literally a football field and a half long.
That thing is so massive too. Just
Yeah.
it would have just wrecked that house. And we just went through it like a
Oh, he would have died because
A
it
thing.
wasn't a big house. If that thing would have kicked up on those rocks and like one little airborne right there and ended up
yeah, it would done one of these.
death. Yeah, I've seen that like apocalyptic movie, like when the end of the world and like tidal waves and shit. So it happened exactly just like in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was crazy.
Speaking of Nordic folk,
Yeah.
you've seen Brock Lesnar's daughter.
Yes, I have. That's crazy.
So
she doesn't look anything like him though.
Yeah. So Lesnar's daughter is like a 4-time shot put champion, the pack, whatever she's in.
Colorado State probably, I don't even know anymore.
So as you can see,
no similarities between them at all.
So there's no genetic. It's athletic ability is not genetic. It's all about hard work, as they say. Right,
Yeah.
Ryan?
Yep. I agree.
Or our genetics. Look at that.
It literally is a female version of him.
It looks just like him.
She looks just like
she looks
him.
like him.
She's a strong looking girl.
So that's definitely Viking DNA.
Yeah.
In her. My goodness.
How come she doesn't have the stupid chest tattoo also?
She's probably got a little more sense than her dad.
Yeah. The one that looks like a knife, dick hand grenade thing. I don't even know what the hell.
Hand grenade.
It's horrible.
Look at those. Look at the shoulders on her.
She's fit.
Jesus Christ.
She's ranked number 1 in the NCAA with a throw of 19.6 meters.
She's going to go to the Olympics,
which is the 5th best mark in NCAA history. It also ranks her 7th on the World Athletics top list for the year and 2nd for Americans. For comparison's sake, her 19.6 meter throw would have ranked her 10th globally for all last year. But this guy, they show the picture and this guy says, well, no paternity test needed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely Brock's kid.
Yeah, there's no denying that lineage there. There's no way.
Look at the shoulder development.
Yes.
Look at this.
She's incredibly strong and everything, but man, I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
She's going to have to be a lesbian, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
look at those arms.
Just look at her.
Look at that lats. Those are good lat insertions. You could probably do a bunch of pull-ups.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, obviously that's his daughter from his first relationship. That's not Sable.
Yeah, that's the mother was
the mother, the first one.
It's not Sable. But yeah, so genetics, the whole thing, you got to work hard and you'll be good. No, you got to have good genetics.
Yeah.
More important.
You definitely have to. She has a twin brother. What's that kid look like?
He just look just like Brock, I would assume.
That is crazy. I was trying to find her throw compared to like what a man would throw.
She'll probably, if she's probably going to make the Olympics, man.
I mean, she's 23.
She's got a chance.
She got a chance, and the Olympics aren't until 28. They gives her almost, probably pushing 3 years because I think they're probably summer of 28.
Now, when college is over, though, how do they stay? They could stay in world game competition or something?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened because you're no longer in college.
Well, no, you can. Yeah, they're still.
She'll probably be signed with the WWE. Who's kidding who? She'll be like throwing chicks around.
So a shot put of 19.6 meters is 64, almost 64 and a half feet. So she threw a ball 64 and a half feet, a metal ball.
She'll be throwing chicks around on Monday Night Raw. That's my prediction.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
They have her in her feud with Samoan chicks.
So she did 19.6 meters, right?
Mm.
The women's world record is 22.6. So she's 3 meters off that. But she just turned 23. And she's only improved her distance every year. So let's say athletically, she's not in her prime for a couple more years, right?
She can hit it at about 25, I would say.
Well, 25 would be the world record. Oh, you talking about athletic prime or the distance?
Athletic prime, yeah.
Yeah,
2 more
25,
years.
26, let's say. By the 2028 Olympics, she could be in her prime.
Yes.
Be perfect. Because the men's world record is only 23.56, and that was just set 2 years ago, almost to the day. Holy shit. Also the women's, like I said, 22.6 was set by a Russian, of course.
Oh, yeah.
In 87, back when they were doing all the roids and
Yeah,
Ivan Drago type experiments and shit.
Yeah.
You know, but she could do it. That's pretty good though.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
you can tell, you can see the power.
Yeah.
She has big, thick legs and hips and everything.
You gotta have that base. Really gotta have that base for shot put and discus and shit. Hammer throw.
Yep. She's got a lot of power.
Yeah, she does. She has a lot of power. And a wide
impressive.
jaw. She's definitely looks like a dude, but she looks strong. I feel bad for her though. You know, hopefully everyone, you know, when you have a guy that looks like Brock Lesnar and then whoever his spouse might be at the time, you kind of hope that the girl will look a lot more like the mom. Didn't happen in this case. It looks exactly like him. Poor girl. Yeah. Although I don't know what his ex-wife looks like.
I think she's like a fitness chick. Pretty attractive. But
is she really?
Brock's DNA took right over. No, it's okay. Like,
oh wow, yeah, she's pretty good looking.
Yeah,
she's a little bit, you know.
You know, I didn't know that Brock's wife is Sable is 10 years older than him.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but she was around for a long time.
So, like, was that dynamic you're describing with the dog people with the
May December?
Yeah, the May December.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's a dynamic. She's 57 years old. Sable is. So when we were watching Raw back in 97 and all these dudes were like lusting for her and stuff, she was already 30 years old. She's old back then.
She busted up. Old.
Busted up. She's gonna be 58. Brock Lesnar is not going to be 58.
Yeah, he's
Brock is going to be 48. So they're about 10 years apart. You're right. Yeah. Holy crap.
He's only a little older than me.
Yeah, he's
2 years older than me.
Yeah. Well, you'll be 47. He's a year older than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brock's been around a long time, man.
Brock's been around a long time, man.
Been around as well.
You know, that's crazy. Speaking of the fighting, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about wrestling and stuff. Kind of, because Brock Lesnar wrestled. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, he did.
I was watching that. They had the Saturday night's main event. You know, remember that show from the 80s?
Yeah.
They do it as a special.
Saturday night's main event.
They do it as a special now, 4 times a year. I believe this is the second one. But they include, because Jesse Ventura hosted that, or he's one of the announcers for that back in the day.
Mm.
And they brought him back for the last couple. And Jesse's one of those old timers where, you know, like you do certain things a certain way, or that's it. Just do it that way.
Yeah.
So now they do things differently, and I don't think you can accept it, really.
No.
The only one called,
Jesse's particularly difficult.
They basically had him call one match, and it was a steel cage match. And the whole time they were doing stuff, and he was just basically not quite talking shit, but basically he's like, just like, come on, the whole time. Like, this, what is this shit?
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
He was trying to get into it, and I think he was trying to play heel a little bit. You know how he was. He was always when
he was a heel. He was one of the first heel announcers.
Yeah, and he was trying to do that a little bit, but I think he just really leaned into it. But it was a steel cage match, and you know, how do you win in a steel cage? Submission, pin,
or get escape,
or you get out of the cage. Well, they do it now where if you want out of the cage and the other guy's out, they'll just open the door for you. Apparently, and he didn't like that at all.
Oh, he didn't like that.
And I thought he was like being a heel.
You got to climb out of the cage.
And he finally at the end he kind of leaned into it a little bit. He's like, why don't you just call a limo, have it come pick him up outside the cage? But basically, you could tell like he was just like he was kind of like
in and out of character.
They opened up the cage for him. He's like, wait, what is that? Like he didn't know the rules.
I was like,
the match he was calling.
So he was shoot announcing, giving his real opinion.
He was a little bit. They kept on saying, he's like, he escaped the cage. He's like, no, we didn't. They just opened the door for him. It was pretty funny though. It was a good show, but
like when people are when they're a little bit past their time period, sometimes it's they're not. And
I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with him, but now every time I hear him announcing or doing anything, I literally cannot think of either Will Sasso or wrestler Karrion Kross, who both do really good impersonations of him.
Yeah.
But in my head, that's all I hear is those guys impersonating him.
It was like the fish taco down.
Will Sassos is the best. It is the best. But Karrion Kross, who's another wrestler, current wrestler, does a really good one too.
Yeah, I've heard his.
Yeah,
they do a pretty good job.
But fighting though, I brought that up because the MMA guy.
Yeah, Pat Miletich.
Miletich.
Pat Miletich is known for his Miletich fighting systems. Is one of the first big camps in MMA where he had a lot of champions train under one roof. Matt Hughes was one. Robbie Lawler, Tim Sylvia. They had Jeremy Horn. They had a big stable going.
Yeah.
But Pat apparently can't stop drinking and driving. He's had 4 DUIs since 2019. 4.
Yeah, but it's been a while since the last one, right?
Yeah, 1 month.
1 month.
He got
busted
one
again.
He got one last week when he was out on. He bonded himself out, and he was only a month. And it's like, Pat, call Uber, man, please.
So he was caught for the 3rd one, and he hasn't even gone to court for that, and he's already got the 4th one.
He's going away for a while. Yeah, he's gonna go to prison. You can't go that many in a row.
Pat, just like
call Uber, dude.
Just you have friends, you have people just say, hey man, can you give me a ride or walk?
Like I always tell people, like I've had many friends who've had issues with alcohol.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, I don't like. The problem isn't that you're drinking. The problem is you're driving yourself around.
Yeah,
don't fucking drive.
Just drink.
Yeah,
or drive. Don't do them both together.
Yeah. Go to the bar, walk home, or get a ride. I don't know, but don't do the driving part.
Yeah.
I think they start drinking like, I gotta go to Billy's, then I gotta go to Chuck's, and then they like just
Billy and Chuck don't want to see you.
Yeah, like then they go driving around.
Just don't go.
Yeah.
It's just like when you had all the football players and stuff, they were always going out to clubs, and every time they went to a club, they were getting accused of something, or they're getting into a fight with somebody or whatever.
Yeah, don't go to the club.
You make $30 million a year. Don't go out.
Yeah.
Just stay in your house. If you're married, go out with your wife. That's it.
Yeah, or what the Cowboys used to do. They got so sick of getting in trouble and stuff happening. They bought a house, a party house. Yeah. They all pitched in, like 20 of them, and bought this house. So it was like, each guy pitched in a little bit, and they just partied at the house.
Or
do the house.
You probably have security, or you have access to security personnel. Just hire them.
If I was that rich, though, I wouldn't need to party.
No,
I have everything I want. You're doing the partying because maybe I'll find some girls. You got the girls. It's all there.
Yeah,
you don't need to do the party.
You don't need to go out and pursue the girls.
Yeah, if I can just call them and they'll show up at the house.
Yeah,
have a few drinks and then have 2 or 3 of them in your bed at once. You're rich.
Roethlisberger had a bunch all within a couple years in a row. It's like, Ben, just stop going out, man.
Yeah,
it's like you're in your late 20s at this point. Just
chill out.
Don't go. Don't go to the clubs anymore. Every time you go out, you get accused of something.
He grabbed me
to the point where you got accused so many times that finally the NFL is like, look, we're going to fine you. But it's basically just like, stop going out.
Yeah, stop going out.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't grab anybody.
Please.
Just let it go.
Don't
let them go. Don't grab them.
Do the Keanu Reeves photo thing where he puts his hands around people. He doesn't touch anybody. Don't touch them.
And you got to figure if he was getting accused of it, it must have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because he was like the king of that town.
He was getting accused of everything. It seemed like every time he went out, there's another accusation.
They was like
just don't go. If you can't keep your hands off chicks,
keep your hands
just don't go. Any place where there's women at all. Stay away. I'm sorry, I just talking about something else in wrestling. I was watching this, and you'll get this. No one else will get this. But you'll get this. I was watching it. There's a wrestler named Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever heard of Sami Zayn.
No. Have not.
He was big on the independent for a long time, but he's been with the WWE for probably 12 years. But he's one of those guys who wrestled on the independent for like 12 years before he got his big break. Now he's been there for 12 years. So he's like in his 40s. But he's very popular. And to me, he has a big, huge beard, and he's got like long, scraggly hair, but in the face, he looks like your brother-in-law, Matt.
Okay.
I think he strongly resembles him. That's just me, though. In my head, that's what I see as Matt. But anyways, his name is Sami Zayn with a Z, Zayn. And he did something that people like doing the thing. They're like, yeah, and they're like doing the Z with their hands. I'm like, Zarkon.
Oh, Zarkon. Oh, yeah.
They're doing the Zarkon thing.
From Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. From Dude, Where's My Car? That's right. Wasn't it Zarkon?
Is or I thought it was Zoltan.
Zoltan. Sorry, I was thinking Lord Zarkon.
Yeah, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He kind of does look like Matt a little bit.
I think so a little bit. In my head, it's probably a little bit, especially that last picture looked at. I thought he looked like Matt more.
He's got a lot bigger of a nose, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely more prominent nose. But that's him. But they do the Z thing, and I'm like, Zoltan. That's right, Zoltan.
Yeah.
I got that confused with Lord Zarkon in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Zoltan. I'm like, oh my god, these people in the crowd must have seen Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, that's where he stole his fucking Zoltan.
And they would just do it. They're like Zoltan, and they just did it all the time. I love that movie. Such a stupid movie. But yeah.
Did you say you want your car back or you wanted it impounded?
It's so stupid.
Like,
but
you guys want a donut?
Oh man.
One of those dumb movies.
It's so dumb, but it's so good.
Any last points for my back completely gives out.
Yes. Pac-Man's 45. Pac-Man
Adam Jones?
No.
Actual Pac-Man.
The video game Pac-Man
Yeah.
Turned 45 a couple days ago. And since we talk about video games every once in a while.
Yeah.
Pac-Man was probably the first big, huge thing.
hit. I know Pong was big, but Pong wasn't like culturally relevant. It was just Pong.
Pong didn't get its own cartoon and action figures and clothing and a song about it called Pong Fever. It was Pac-Man Fever. I never heard of Pong Fever.
Yeah.
So
is that 45 years? Wow.
45 in Japan. It wasn't released here until a year later, but still 45 years old, man. That means Pac-Man's our age. It's like it can hang out with us.
I keep going back and forth on whether I'm going to get the Switch 2 or not. I do, and then I don't. And I do.
I'll wait until like Christmas time, and then
I'm going to wait and see how it's going.
At least by Christmas time, you'll know if there's any bugs or flaws or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like you buy it and it's like, you know how the Wii was real popular, but then the Wii U sucked.
Yeah,
they go for the awesome, and Nintendo does this. They do a good one, bad, good, bad, good, bad. This is the bad cycle. I want to make sure, because I like my Switch. I play it a lot.
Yeah,
probably play it more on my Xbox. To be honest.
What was the time frame in between the Wii and the Wii U though? Was it like a couple years, or was it like pushing a decade?
I don't really know. I know it was like, I know the Wii was massively popular. Well, actually, you know, they say that, but the GameCube and the Wii were both popular right back.
GameCube's incredibly popular, yeah.
So I don't know. But the Wii U didn't do so well.
No, I think they have too much riding on this. I don't think we're going to get a bad one. But again, no matter what, I don't ever...
Well, everyone's really mad about the price point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are you going to do? Everything costs everything money.
What is the price point right now? $10,000?
To Wii U. See the difference? No, I don't know the transfer.
I don't know no transfers, man.
Just wanted to see when they came out. When it came out, release date. The Wii release date, December 16th, 2006. Okay, Wii U release date. Okay,
6 years.
6 years.
We're at about
that's a console life.
What are we at, about 7 years since the first? What do you call it? Switch?
Yeah,
wasn't like 20.
Yeah, it's been a long cycle for them. Yeah, 2017.
That's what I thought. 2017. So yeah, I'm sure they've figured it out. Well, it'll be okay. It's just no matter what. Like even when the last Xbox came out, I didn't get it right away. I waited till the following year.
Yeah,
see if they got any bugs out. You know.
Yeah, the Xbox is good. It's kind of my broed up thing where I play with friends.
Yeah.
But my Wii, not my Switch is where I just veg out alone. So like I don't know. There's no stress when I play on the.
No.
I'm not trying to win.
When
I'm on Xbox, I'm trying to win, and it's stressful.
I thought it was kind of clever. I don't play any of them anymore. I don't know. Whatever.
I have time.
I probably have the time. I just don't. Whatever. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with any games or anything.
Yeah.
But my family will play stuff. But there's a game on Switch, which is called Hello Kitty's Island Adventures. which is a real game now. But at one point, it was a fake game in South Park that Butters used to play instead of Warcraft or whatever.
Yeah.
He played Hello Kitty Island Adventure,
And then they made a real game
and
out
they
of
ended
it.
up making a real game out of it. And it's kind of like Animal Crossing, not Animal Crossing. Is Animal Crossing the one?
Or Pokemon or whatever.
No, there was, I can't think of the other one. But basically, like, you know, like an Animal Crossing type game would be, I guess it would be like.
I have a lot of Arrested Development, but one thing I am very proud of, I don't know anything about Pokemon at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering or D&D. So there's some things that I don't know about, and I'm proud of myself for not knowing about.
I know.
I don't have stuffed animals. I see dudes like our age, seriously.
Yeah.
They'll have a Nintendo YouTube channel, and there's fucking stuffed animals in the background, and they don't have kids.
Oh, yeah, I don't get it.
That's
like,
fucked up.
Like what, a decade ago when all of a sudden bronies were a thing?
Yeah.
Where they were like all into My Little Pony and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I'm not saying I'm mature. I'm not. I'm extremely immature. I'm a teenager and mentally.
Yeah.
But I was done with stuffed animals at like 12, guys.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on.
yeah. It's,
At least be 18 forever like me and Big Lenny.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure is a life simulation video game. So you live on this island and you got to like get stuff and you can build and then also sell and do stuff. You know, it's just
That sounds like
Harvest
Animal
Moon,
Crossing.
Animal
Man,
Crossing. It's exactly what it is.
sounds just like Animal Crossing.
I'm not into it. I don't fucking care about it.
Yep. But the only thing that's got me leaning towards getting that switch, there's a Mario Kart open world.
Yeah.
That's
know.
Mario Kart open world's pretty tempting.
I know it sounds pretty bad, but you know, they had all the DLC for it where you got like 4 or 8 tracks at a time. There's got to be what, 50 tracks now on Mario Kart 8
Yeah.
or 48, I think it is.
And it's 24 racers at a time.
24.
So you play online, it's 24 competitors.
That's insane. But isn't that sound bad? Like I have no attention span. It's like, there's only 48 tracks to pick from. I'm sick of them all.
Yeah, I'm sick of them.
It's like it's nuts.
Yeah, it's like you're already saying you haven't even tried it yet.
Like,
It's like the other day, like
I don't even know.
I cut my food way back, and I wasn't eating. Like I was skipping dinner.
Yeah,
just because I'm tired of being fat. Then I was like, what if I get an eating disorder? I did it like twice.
Well,
and then I defeated the eating disorder the next day, so I overcame it.
You overcame it
after 2 days of having it.
There was 48 tracks of Mario Kart 8 by the end. I can't imagine how many tracks are going to have eventually for this one. You know, but
Probably
it took
like
8 years for them to bring out all those tracks.
Like 100 of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I stopped. The other reason I stopped playing that is my kids, mostly my daughter. My son's not good at Mario Kart. My daughter kicked my ass. She got to the point where she could beat me every single time. I'm like, this ain't fun anymore.
Well, young people are always going to beat you.
I was like, you figure out a hack. You're cheating. I know you are.
Yeah. Well, they're young. They have time.
They figure out all the things. They know how to drift better than me and everything. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. When I play online, I don't know about now, but there was a time, especially when I had COVID.
Yeah.
The first time I got COVID, I was stuck in house. I played Mario Kart every night,
Mhm.
and I got to where I was like winning online.
Yes, it is
a lot. Like I sucked at first, but by the end of like the 2 weeks that I was off work,
yeah,
I was winning races, man. I was like kicking people's ass.
Yeah, it was like your own personal montage, and you became like one of the best.
Yeah, and then I lost it. I don't know. Probably didn't beat anybody. Your daughter would probably shit stomp.
Oh, she hasn't even played in a while. But if we do like every once in a while, we'll do like a tournament. We'll play like, I don't know, 24 tracks or something like that. And whoever wins the most wins. She usually wins. I hate it.
I was playing. Yes, I was playing Elden Ring with Phil and one of his buddies because they live in Mountain Time.
Yeah.
So I was playing late in the night with them on Elden Ring, and then during the day Mario Kart when I had that first bout with COVID.
I saw they're doing an Elden Ring movie.
Yeah, that's
by Alex Garland. That's actually a pretty good choice. He's really
well, maybe to be all right.
He made that Civil War movie that came out last year, and then a Warfare movie that just came out this year. And he's talking about the end of the world and stuff. Really. Anyways, he's a good director, good writer. So it could be an interesting movie, but how do you make a movie out of a thing something that big, you know?
You can't.
It's insane. It's like
They'd have to do just a Cliff Notes, like one chapter or something.
they'd have to make like a Lord of the Rings type trilogy, uncut, 4 hours each.
Kids be beating a call adult protective surgery. Yeah, like that guy that lived behind me. His kids were abusing him.
Yeah, should have called them. Anyways, that's all I got.
All right, boys, the back is killing me.
Let's hear that Bigfoot audio one more time.
This is Bigfoot once again at the dispensary, right by my house.
Where'd you get that from again?
What?
Where was that audio from? I mean, like, who gave it to you?
I can't give away my
Oh,
sources.
okay. Yes, that's right. Haunting.
That's terrifying. That is terrifying.
That's terrifying.
But I think I wanted to bring back an old song, Brian.
Okay.
We haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good hit.
Okay.
And by the way, if you guys want to hear us, you're in your car, or you want to check us out and you didn't watch the whole show, or you caught us late,
Mm-hmm.
or you're like Amanda, you don't, she was here in the beginning. She had to go for her hike.
Her
with
night
RH
hike,
Blood.
yeah.
You
Not
find us
checked
at radiounderground.gay.
Yeah.
All things us, radiounderground.gay.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time in a while.
You can also listen to us on all the other Spotify's, Podbeans, whatever it might be.
Exactly. Apple Music.
Subscribe to us anywhere, please.
Yes. But this is Black Ice Limited. Fuck My Face, Then My Butt.
Yes.
An absolute classic. Check us out, guys. See you later.
Fuck this face, then my butt. What you say, bitch, huh, what? Fuck this face, then my butt. Yeah, okay, that's what's up. Oh shit, damn, man, look at that face. So damn fucking fine, I just can't wait. Her body sexy and I bet the pussy is great. Lips looking all luscious cause she ready to taste. A nice hard dick in her mouth. Black Ice Limited, you know what we about. I fuck the face hard, without a doubt. Then stuck it straight in the ass and made her shout. 6 free ass girls horny and ready. I'm always on point, so you know I'm ready. I'm about to put it in your ass, bitch, hold steady. I know you like my titles, cause my titles is catchy. Greg gave me money, so I work my magic. Fucking these girls in her ass is a habit. Any pussy I want, you know I can have it. Fuck her face and take it to her ass and smash it. Fuck this face, then my